Dungeons and Daddies is a rowdy, horny, violent podcast for grown-ups. Content warnings can be found in the episode description.
Welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, which is not a BDSM podcast. That's very important. This is actually a D&D real play podcast that tells the story of four dads from our world who are transported into the Forgotten Realms and their quest to rescue their lost sons.
For those of you who have never played Dungeons and Dragons or listened to a D&D podcast before, here's all you need to know. This is basically an improvised adventure where we, the players, who will be introducing themselves shortly, role play as dad characters. We can basically do anything we want, but the results of our actions are dictated by Anthony, our dungeon master, and the rolls of dice. The standard die used is a 20-sided dice called a D20, and basically the higher we roll, the better the outcome. 1 being a total failure and 20 being a total success. That being said,
my name is Freddie Wong, and I play Glenn Close, who is...
I'm sorry, I laugh every time I hear it.
who is a dad rock cover band dad/bard. Fun dad fact about Glenn, you might have saw him back in 1997, one of the side stages of Bonnaroo. Him and the Glenn Close trio played one of the side stages on the way to the hot dogs.
My name is Matthew Arnold, and I play Daryl Wilson, who's a stay-at-home sports dad who has now come into his own as a barbarian. A little fact about Daryl Wilson is that he would be the head coach of the West Rock Elementary Doodlers if it weren't for some jerk named Darnell. Whatever, fuck that guy.
I'm Will Campos. I'm playing Henry Oak, nature Birkenstock granola dad / druid. Fun fact about Henry is he rolled in with a big old pack of condoms on this adventure. Not for the reason you might think, but because condoms in an emergency situation can be used to store up to 10 gallons of water apiece.
Survival, basics.
Henry might find good use for those condoms on the course of this adventure. Here's hoping.
If not in one way, then another. Hi, I'm Beth May, and I play Ron Stampler, emotionally restrained stepfather and rogue. Fun fact about Ron, never took a sex ed class, doesn't know how to be a father, either from an emotional supportive standpoint or a physical standpoint. No clue, but he's a stepdad. I'm a stepdad, so
I'm Anthony Birch. I'm the DM. Ooh, I guess that stands for Daddy Master in this game.
You're like our dad. You're the dad of dads.
I'm the dad of dads. I'm Daddy.
the double dad.
The DD, the daddy dad.
Let's get right into it. This is episode 1, A Man and His Handshake.
welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, a non-BDSM podcast about daddies, roleplay, and leather goods. Thanks so much, by the way, to everyone who has left iTunes reviews or tweeted at us at Dungeons and Dads. It helps get the word out and is very encouraging for a brand new podcast like this one to see that kind of response from all you folks. So thank you so much for everyone who's written in the past couple of weeks. I'm Freddie Wong, and I play Glenn Close, a rock and roll cover band dad / bard. And a fun fact about Glenn, Glenn is pretty bummed out that his Wonderwall rendition didn't work out the way that he hoped it would. Because normally it works every time, at least in his life.
Me.
I'm Matt Arnold, and I play Daryl Wilson, a stay-at-home sports dad who has come into his own as a barbarian, and he's beginning to think he might miss his wife more than she misses him.
I'm Will Campos. I play Henry Oak, Granola Burke, Bernie Bro, vegan dad. And fun fact about Henry, boy, oh boy, did he find a use for them condoms. I knew they were going to come in handy. They are on my fingers to protect me from the weird druid stuff that I don't understand what is happening to me that is happening by flying on my fingers. So I've got condoms on my hands.
Hey, what's up? I'm Beth May. I play Ron Stampler, emotionally restrained stepfather, crying internally all the time, sustaining internal damage from cringing emotionally at every moment. Fun fact about Ron, he does not have any leg hair.
Oh, dear.
Like medically or by choice?
One of each.
See, the left, it's medical.
Okay.
But the right, it's for fun.
You gotta even him out. He's not gonna be
it's-
some sort of pervert with
It's
one.
like gluten-free on the right and celiac on the left.
I'm Anthony Birch. I'm your daddy master, and I was 100% certain that we were going to get kind of gay. I was not 100% certain it would happen in literally the very first episode.
Welcome to episode 2, The Ties That Bind. Welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, not a BDSM podcast. This is a real play D&D podcast where 4 dads from our realm are flung into the Forgotten Realms on a quest to rescue their lost sons. My name is Freddie Wong, and I play Glenn Close, rock and roll cover band dad. Little fact about Glenn Close. I've mentioned this to my friends here, but I want to mention this to everybody out there listening, especially those of you who work at guitar companies. Glenn Close plays a guitar of indeterminate brand and origin, and it will be determined as such. And whenever said guitar company will contact me at F Wong about what guitar they want Glenn Close to play by sending me that guitar, guess what? That's canonically what Glenn Close will play. So right now, he plays an acoustic. It could be any type of acoustic. Gibson, Taylor, Fender, I'm looking at you.
You
Hit me
too
up.
could have a guitar owned by a character who is maybe the worst dad in the entire group, who lets his kids smoke pot and hasn't been around for the past 20 years.
It's everything the Gibson brand aspires to. I'm Henry Oak, played by Will Campos. I should have said that the other way. Fun fact about Henry: he's a granola munching, sandal wearing Birkenstock dad, and his favorite TV show is the cult classic TV program known as Bones, featuring forensic anthropologist Dr. Temperance Bones Brennan and cocky FBI special agent Seeley Booth. He can't get enough bones, this guy.
How come the FBI agent's nickname isn't Joe FBI? Wouldn't that be more in line with the dumb naming convention of that show?
You know,
David Boreanaz deserves more respect. With a neck that big.
Oh my God.
What?
If David Boreanaz ever listened to this
I'm
podcast,
so sorry. David Boreanaz. Wait, hold on, guys. David Boreanaz, I'm so sorry. I'm a huge fan. It's not, don't laugh about it. I
love
really
Angel.
love you.
anytime
You're
David
so
Bones
excellent.
Boreanaz wants to come on this podcast, he's welcome to.
Yeah, all these sponsors out there who can get me David Boreanaz of indeterminate origin, yes. Hey, what's up? I'm Beth May. I play Ron Stampler. And the fun fact about Ron, he thinks that a hug is a type of dog.
oh my God.
My name is Matthew Arnold, and I play Daryl Wilson, a stay-at-home sports dad. And fun fact is, my favorite TV show used to be Bones, but then the 6th season when they backdoor pilot The Finder, I really enjoyed that show. I thought it was a little more macho, but still upset that they canceled it after only 6 episodes. So
I thought that was a House spinoff.
no, The Finder is a Bone spinoff.
What?
Yeah.
Why the fuck do you guys know so much about bones?
Join us next week for Beth May's Bones fan podcast.
Sounds like Daryl and Henry are going to have some bones
Yeah,
some
we're gonna
bones
have
talk
to-
to do on this episode.
We're going to have to organically find a way to get Bones to show up during the podcast.
God.
I think we got a DM.
Just a second, I gotta write down bones. just in case this is something I need to care about later on. God, I hope I don't have to care about
Hey, you
it
should watch
later
that
on.
show. It's a good show.
I don't want to watch it. I don't like procedurals. So I'm Anthony Birch. I'm the daddy master. And I guess a fact about this game is that after we recorded our unaired pilot, which you may get to listen to one day, Beth was very proudly like, I think my guy voice is so good. No one will know that a girl is playing Ron Stampler. She was like genuinely super proud of herself. And as you can now tell, it is basically the exact same as Beth's role.
I think the way she described it is actually she said, I was a little concerned that maybe people wouldn't know there was a girl on this podcast.
Is my voice too good? Is it too convincing?
Should we introduce the show by saying that just make sure everybody knows there is a girl on this podcast because nobody will be able to tell.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm still a little bit worried. You guys will cut this out. People will never know. It's me, Ron.
Welcome to episode 3, The Lord of Chaos. Welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, a D&D podcast about 4 dads from our world flung into the Forgotten Realms in a quest to rescue their sons. My name is Freddie Wong, and I play Glenn Close,
dad rock bard dad. And you know what? The fun fact this week is going to be this. We found out that all of the spells in D&D make for really good band names. So, hi, I'm Glenn Close, and I'm the lead singer of Dissonant Whispers.
Shit, that's really good.
That's very good. I'm Matt Arnold, and I played Daryl Wilson, a stay-at-home coach dad. And the only woman I've ever kissed besides my best friend Carol was her older sister Stacy. After
When did that
Stations of
happen?
the Cross. Well, I was the Roman guard, and she played Mary Magdalene, of course. And I hadn't met
God.
Carol yet, and she doesn't know about it. And Stacy teases me every Thanksgiving about it. I hope she never finds out.
Oh,
Yeah.
drama.
I hadn't met my wife yet, so
Okay.
Wait, what?
she's a grade below Daryl.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess I have
So
a very
wait,
specific type.
how old was Daryl when this happened?
This was 8th grade. Was my
Eighth
first
grade?
kiss. Yeah.
Oh wow. So you and your wife are like middle school sweethearts.
Oh yeah, we're high school sweethearts. We finally got together in high school.
Oh,
I started
so you-
dating her in 8th grade when I was a freshman.
Wow.
So you
Wait,
like never
she was in
dated
8th
anybody
grade
else?
and you were a freshman?
Yep.
That's
It
gross.
was quite a scandal in our small town.
That's fucking nasty. You're a
Nasty.
dirty boy.
Daryl's a dirty boy.
You're also one of those people who's like never dated anyone else. So you don't know what's out there.
Yeah.
So you take her for granted. She takes you for
Oh,
granted.
this makes your hideous actions in the sex pit a lot more understandable. I
Hideous feels,
understand now.
hideous feels very judgy, but
Hey, folks, it's me, Henry Oak, granola dad / druid, and I am the front man of Thorn Whip.
Hi, I'm Beth May, and I play Ron Stampler. And
Oh, shit. It's like he was
did
here.
another guy just show up in the room? What happened?
who is that? It's Ron. It's me. I've been here the whole time. Okay, so fun fact about Ron is Ron has a collection of his baby teeth because when he
Ron is just a real piece
Ron
of shit.
has a collection of his baby teeth because when he put them under the pillow when he was younger for the tooth fairy, nobody ever picked them up.
Oh God.
Oh, no.
I went from hating Ron to
like,
like, oh
damn.
no, now I feel really bad for
Does
Ron.
Ron have those baby teeth with him on the adventure?
That's for Ron to maybe know because he hasn't checked his pockets.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right.
My name is Anthony Birch. I'm your daddy master. And we're recording this at 9 a.m. in the morning. So if I sound a little bit low energy, that's why. It's not because I don't love these people, these horrible, horrible dads. Because I do.
I changed all your contact information on my phone to say Daddy Master on Facebook. Now you're my Daddy Master.
Did you really?
Yeah, you're just my Daddy Master from now on.
Well, you are all my children. I'm the daddy of daddies.
Wow.
Which is
Your
somebody-
dad of dads.
This is episode 4, The Lord of Chaos, part 2. Yeah. Welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, the D&D podcast.
the only one.
The premier D&D
Critical
podcast.
Role, suck my
Everything.
ass. Adventure Zone, eat my butt.
You're right, Freddie. You're going to say the D&D podcast about four. I mean, we are the only podcast about four dads.
That we know
Actually,
of.
we're the only podcast.
If you type in 99% invisible, you get this podcast. The only podcast.
It's me, Diane Ream.
Welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, a D&D podcast about 4 dads from our world transported into the Forgotten Realms on the quest to rescue their sons. My name is Freddie Wong. I play Glenn Close, bard, rock and roll dad. And fun fact about Glenn this week, about 50% on whether or not we did the moon landings. He's actually not sure. He's a skeptic.
That makes sense.
He's
What
a skeptic.
fucking asshole.
He's just sitting here. You know what? He just has some questions.
If every enemy targets Glenn for the rest of this episode, you'll know why.
I'm Matthew Arnold, and I play Daryl Wilson, the stay-at-home coach dad who's a barbarian. And little fact about Daryl, when he caught his father as Santa Claus when he was 8 years old, he actually still believed in Santa Claus for another 3 years, just that his dad was Santa Claus. So,
That's beautiful.
yeah.
Oh my God. So he was like bragging at school to his
Yeah,
like,
he was like, oh, of course, my dad's Santa. That makes sense.
Hey, what's up? I'm Beth May, and I play Ron Stampler, emotionally detached stepfather. Fun fact about Ron is he knows every Eminem lyric. Every Eminem song, that old Marshall Mathers,
Oh no.
Slim Shady. Ron knows it all. Don't mess.
Will Ron be giving us a demonstration this episode?
I don't know if you're ready for it.
Do you have like genius.com open in another tab, just ready to reference the entire library?
I'm literally just hoping I could be like, Dear Freddie, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling.
Hey everyone, Will Campos. I play Henry Oak, geologist, granola, Birkenstock dad. Fun fact about Henry, he's had an Ani DeFranco CD stuck in his Prius since he bought it. He tells people it's stuck in there, but he really just doesn't want to listen to anything else.
I am Anthony Birch. I am your daddy master. And just as a sort
I
of
laugh every time.
I know. I keep wanting to be like, yes, but like,
if you're looking into DMing games with your friends and stuff like that, I just want to caution you, don't buy every single different book for every single DM system that you find interesting, because I own literally 15 and I just keep playing D&D like a dumb idiot. And I've read them all too, and they're like 300-page books. It's a dumb thing to do with your time.
We get it, Anthony. You read.
what a nerd.
Oh my God.
Welcome to episode 5, The Lord of Chaos, part 3. Welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, not a BDSM podcast. I missed that last week, and many people pointed that out. I want to
You
make sure
missed
that's
it,
still true.
and then a big snake slithered all over Daryl's naked body.
Yeah, I think it's important because I'd
a
rather.
sometimes BDSM podcast.
Well, I definitely don't want somebody looking for a BDS podcast being disappointed, but I'm okay with somebody not expecting one but being pleasantly surprised.
That's fair.
So I definitely think it's good we have the warning.
This is a D&D podcast where 4 dads from our world are flung into the Forgotten Realms on quest to rescue their sons. I am Freddie Wong. I play Glenn Close, rock and roll cover band dad. Fun fact about Glenn this week, he is very, very anal about
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh
karaoke
boy, oh boy,
etiquette.
oh boy.
Nothing chuffs him more than when people make a wrong karaoke choice.
What's a wrong karaoke
Point of
choice?
order, chuffs means like it makes you happy.
So-
Nothing
rubs you the
chafes
wrong
him.
way.
Nothing rubs him the wrong way.
But that seems like exactly what Glenn would say, though, because he
Yeah.
was adjacent to the Clash once. He's like, I'm basically British. Like,
Oh yeah, here we go. Glenn Close frequently misuses and doesn't use the right accent for British slang.
There you go.
Yeah.
You have to do that now.
Yeah.
All right.
He's well chuffed. Chuffed about that. Mate.
My name is Matt Arnold. I play Daryl Wilson, a stay-at-home coach dad. And, I'm a barbarian. And fun fact about Daryl, he does not know what a Birkenstock is. So he keeps pretending, and he's really trying to get Henry to explain it to him. A little fun Matt fact, I also don't know what a Birkenstock is, and I haven't
Holy
looked
shit,
it up
really?
yet. 'Cause I want to try to
Nobody
figure it
tell
out.
him.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm not Googling it. I listened to the intro again yesterday. I was like, you know what? I keep laughing, but like, I don't know what Will's talking about. I don't know what a Birkenstock
if you
is.
can successfully guess what a Birkenstock is at any point in the
Okay.
next 3 episodes, then it will immediately heal you back up to full health.
How about this?
Okay.
How about this? To all the fans out there, send Matt some really hot pics of Birkenstocks.
Are you trying to trick me and lead me the
I'm
wrong
trying-
direction of what a Birkenstock
I'm
is?
trying to lead you to the sexy, sexy light that is a Birkenstock.
Okay.
Now, fans listening, someone is going to ruin this and tweet Matt what Birkenstocks are. So I need everyone else to spam Matt's feed with stuff that's not Birkenstocks.
We need Birkenstock fake news to overwhelm.
I want a full Russian propaganda operation blasting Matt. I want him to think that Birkenstocks are like a rare endangered bird.
Can I tell you what I think it is right now?
Yeah, please.
I know this is probably wrong. But what I think it is, it's like when those like hipsters wear those like scarves that look like they're made out of like potato sacks, like those shitty,
What are you talking about?
those like shitty scarves.
I have never seen what you were currently
Oh, someone wearing a
describing.
potato sack on there?
You know, hey, when you're just walking around.
Hey, you guys are just making it easier for me to heal myself.
Yeah.
I'm narrowing down the
No,
options right now.
you're
so
really
clearly I'm wrong.
close. You're so
Okay.
close.
You know when you go to visit all of your serfs and your serfs are just wearing these potato sacks while they freeload on your land that
That's
you, their
insane,
vassal, is
Matt.
entitled to?
Here's the rule. If you want to figure out what Birkenstocks are, you must announce that you wish to solve the puzzle.
Yeah, you can't just like stumble on it.
Yeah, you have to be like, I'd like to solve the puzzle, and then you have to answer what you think Birkenstocks are.
Okay.
And I'll put in the Wheel of Fortune sound effect.
I'm not gonna. There aren't gonna be bad consequences because otherwise you won't guess. But yes, it's only good for things for you.
Okay.
Apart from our mockery when you get it wrong.
I'm Will Campos. I play Henry Oak, granola munchin', stinky crunchin', Birkenstock rockin', hippie natured dad.
Rockin', huh?
Yes.
Rocking it like a potato sack.
That's a fun fact about Henry. He bought his first Birkenstocks when he was a wee lad of 9, and he thought he was real cool because of it, and other people had other ideas.
Plural, huh? Okay.
Dang.
Getting close.
Matt's like playing Clue by the time. He's like, not this, checking off boxes in the
It's
corner.
like the world's dumbest detective.
Hi, my name is Beth May, and I play Ron Stampler, emotionally detached stepfather and rogue. Fun fact about Ron, he, like 88 to 90% of the population, is right-handed. Yep, he's a righty. All left brain, no weird scissors
That
or
explains his extremely logical train of thought that always goes through his brain.
exactly what I was thinking. Yes.
I'm Anthony Birch. I'm your daddy master. And
Yes.
my fact today is when I said all the names of the towns that the different children are in, I threw out Rockport because I was just sort of trying to quickly think of like good D&D Forgotten Realms names. I was like, that canonically is one of them. I just realized this week it's not. It was only in the Adventure Zone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on accident.
Crossover.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think they'd be cool with us
I don't think
infringing
they
on
would.
their IP.
And I don't want to get in their IP because there are
It's
things
their
about
thing.
the world state that I don't want to influence our thing.
What
So
about
instead,
Stoneport?
well, no, it's going to be
Okay.
called Rockport, but
Okay.
it's going to be like ROQUEPORTE.
Like
with
Roquefort cheese.
exactly like that.
Roqueport.
So if you ever need to write that down, Dungeons and Daddies fans, which you never should, that's how you spell that.
Roqueport.
Exactly.
This is episode 6. Support your local library. Welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, not a BDSM podcast. This is a Dungeons and Dragons podcast where 4 dads from our world are flung into the Forgotten Realms in the quest to rescue their lost sons. My name is Freddie Wong. I play Glenn Close, rock and roll dad. Dad fact for Glenn this week. He knows Japanese, as you heard from the previous episode, because he took a bunch of Duolingo courses in preparation for the Glenn Close Trio's tour of Budokan over in Japan. You know, like all good rock bands, they were going to play Budokan, but they got canceled. Because nobody gives a shit about the Glenn Close Trio in Japan. Turns out that their A&R guy caught that mixed up.
Can I ask a Glenn Close Trio question?
Yeah.
You've mentioned that they're a cover band before.
Yeah.
What do they cover? Like, who do they cover?
Oh, just nonstop dad rock. It depends on where they are. They do a regional base or a cover thing. So if it's down south, they're going to throw some Skinner in there.
I see. I see. What do they have planned for Budokan?
Oh my goodness, just Japanese math rock.
Oh, sweet.
They were
Very
trying to
cool.
get, sort of ingratiated in.
Acoustic
It's just
Sailor
a-
Moon theme.
Yeah, it was just the Beatles. They're just like, we're going to try and redo what the Beatles did.
Hi, I'm Matthew Arnold, and I play Daryl Wilson, the stay-at-home coach dad who's a barbarian. And a little fun fact about Daryl. Daryl's older sister, Casey, owns a massively successful brewery in Northern California.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's called
That changes a lot.
It's called the Brew Dude, which is what Daryl always called himself. Yeah, she's got a really good
Yikes.
gimmick where every beer is like a really cool dude on the cover. So it's like Dale's Ale or like
Oh,
Gray's
man.
IPA, and like they're all like a little logo.
Wait, where is it?
It's up in like Northern California.
Oh
It's
man,
like-
she's out for blood in Silicon
Oh,
Valley.
yeah. It's big. It's like on the level of like Stone Brewery or like Sierra Nevada. Like it's
God,
become.
man.
She's very, very successful.
How does Daryl feel about
Yeah, it
that?
seems like you resent that.
Daryl definitely always makes sure that when there is a family event, like his beer is the one that's in the cooler, and if anybody
Whoa.
has the brew dude, he takes it out and doesn't let it. Yeah.
Awkward Thanksgiving
Yikes.
in the Wilson household.
Holy shit, that's dark.
Oh man.
Mama.
It's good
Mia.
beer too. Here's the thing: it's very good beer.
Is it, if Daryl was being honest with himself, is it better than his?
Yes, he's constantly trying to make
Okay.
beer that's better than his sister's beer.
Holy shit.
That does not sound like one hoppy family.
Oh yikes.
there was.
Oh, Oh, thank
We
God you're
haven't
not playing
started yet. We
Yeah.
haven't started. My name is Beth May, and I play Ron Stampler, emotionally detached stepfather. Fun stepdad fact about Ron, and this is a kind of a meta fact, is that Ron has never played Dungeons and Dragons. However, he has played, seen it, a famous movie trivia DVD game.
Oh shit.
More than once. He's a big seen it player. So
Holy
don't
shit.
mess.
They call them scenesters in the community.
Is Ron good at seeing it?
I mean, he's okay. Like, he didn't know that Quentin Tarantino directed Reservoir Dogs, but like he knew that it was a thing.
Oh my God.
He thought it was about actual dogs. So.
Ron's the kind of guy who probably knows all the like female actors and like the trivia around them, but like all the male ones, he's like, I don't know. It's like really specifically.
I think he just won't admit that he knows. Like he's like, he probably knows that Brad Pitt broke his arm filming Seven and then had the like cast written into the movie, but like he wouldn't say that.
Wait, is that true?
That is true, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna like bluff it. I was gonna be like, no, I just made it up.
That's dope as hell.
Or like
Yeah.
Viggo Mortensen in Fellowship of the Ring, when he kicks the helmet, he
yeah.
screams,
Where
he
he fucks
broke
up.
his toe.
That's in Two Towers.
Yeah.
Shit. All right, everybody. This
You
is
just got stuffed, motherfucker.
the first moment of this episode is going to be Daryl Wilson jumping out of the minivan to his death. That's it. I clearly cannot be in a Dungeons and Dragons podcast anymore.
What's up, everyone? It's your boy Will Campos. I play Henry Oak, hippie granola, crunchy munchy, Birkenstock wearing dad.
Yes.
We'll have to check in. There's some Birkenstock related news we'll have to check in about in a second. Fun fact about Henry Oak, everyone's favorite hippie geologist dad this week, is that he does geology themed rap songs at the local
My
at the
God.
Kids Science Museum
this is a crime.
in San Dimas. His group is called Hip Hop Rocks. But it's like rocks.
God
So,
damn it.
some of his
I
songs,
should have killed his kids when
I'm
I had
taking
the
a
chance.
chance.
Oh my God.
I'm taking Henry with me when I jump out of the minivan.
Some of his songs include "In a Sedimental Mood,"
Oh my God.
That's
not even rap. It's not even rap.
It's like jazz rap.
It's just like this name's jazz
I
standards.
like that it's not rap. He calls it a rap band, but it's not rap.
I'm not done.
Please keep
Oh
going.
God.
Subduction Junction,
Whoa.
Wow, very not rap.
Whoa.
Metamorphic Power Rangers,
Okay.
and
Okay, all
his hip hop name is Igneous B.I.G.
I'm so upset.
Igneous B.I.G.
Henry Oak has never heard a Notorious B.I.G. song, but
Oh, I
he
bet.
Googled rap names, and like then he was looking for one that sounded like he could squeeze a rock pun in there.
Oh my God.
You need to have somebody at some point in this adventure come up and point out maybe that Henry's appropriation of rap music is problematic and just make him go into an existential crisis.
I would, if anything he just described even sound remotely like rap.
That was very good.
Y'all are acting like you've never seen a white geologist rapper before.
God. No, listen, I believe it. I believe in Henry. I think he's gonna make like, a volcano and blow up.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, not clunker.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Yikes.
That's
Yikes.
brutal.
Now I'm gonna make like lava and flow slowly, just kind of slowly freezing over millions of years, hardening.
Speaking of hardening, I'm Anthony Birch, your daddy master.
Yes.
You're the daddy master, and you're here to say,
I love to play games with doofuses every day. So is everyone ready to start playing this wonderful role-playing game we call Dungeons and Dragons?
yes.
All right.
Yes.
Going all week.
Take me away, daddy master.
Welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, not a BDSM podcast. This is a D&D podcast about four dads flung into the Forgotten Realms in the quest to rescue their lost sons. My name is Freddie Wong, and I play Glenn Close, rock and roll dad. Fun fact about Glenn this week, that despite espousing the rock star lifestyle to all the other dads and all the other strangers around him, Glenn Close has done a total of $15 of damage to a hotel, and that was when he and that was when he stole a really nice looking wine like uncorker thing from a particularly nice hotel and decided to keep it.
Was it a Hyatt?
Oh man.
No, it was like one of those nice fancy hotels somewhere on the California coast.
Ooh.
$15 is pretty good for a wine uncorker. That's a
They wanted to keep him on the accounts there. And the fun thing about this podcast and the character I play is how much of this is Freddy's real life and how much of this is Glenn Close. You'll never know.
I'm Matthew Arnold, and I play Daryl Wilson, a stay-at-home coach dad who's a barbarian. And a little fun fact about Daryl, his favorite holiday is tax day.
God.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, also, when tax day comes around, he already did his taxes about 3 months ago. Yeah.
Man after my own heart.
Yeah. Matt's favorite day is October when he remembers that he delayed his taxes and then has to do them again.
Oh my god.
Hello, I am Will Campos. I play Henry Oak, granola munchin, Birkenstock wearing, crunchy granola hippie dad / druid. Fun fact about Henry, I decided this on the way over. Henry dropped off his kids at his grandparents' house. Well, not his grandparents, at their grandparents' house one time when they were little boys. And Henry's dad, Henry Sr., who's pretty hardcore, spanked one of them,
Oh no.
but won't tell Henry which one it was.
Oh my God.
So
And
Henry,
your kids aren't narcs, so they won't.
and then the kids aren't snitches, so he knows one of them has been spanked exactly one time by their grandparent, and he doesn't know which one it is. Is that like weird? Is that like,
No.
How do people feel about spanking now?
The speed at which Matt said no.
It's not weird for your character to have that as a moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
I mean,
like,
I'm not psyched about it as a person, but
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's a bad thing to be in the podcast.
Okay, all right, well, cool.
So
You
is it-
can't.
is it-
By the way, you
that is
can't
kind of-
ask the opinion of spanking from the Asian in the podcast.
I got spanked as a kid.
I got spanked. I wish I hadn't. It was bullshit.
I got
Okay,
spanked.
yeah, me too. So
we all-
anyway, that's why we're all doing this podcast.
Yeah, actually,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yeah, it turns out.
Wait, Freddie, is there some Asian stereotype about spanking?
Oh, it's like, as from a cultural thing, it is like capital punishment and spanking are like the two knowns of Asian culture.
Yep. As my mom is Thai, I can verify this is seconded.
Like pro or against?
Like pro.
100%.
Yeah, like pro.
100% pro.
Henry's a pretty like free range new age parent, so this definitely stressed him out a lot.
Yeah.
And he's definitely worried that like one kid is a little off kilter, but he doesn't know which one it is.
God,
You were
it's
Henry was
stressing me
Googling
out.
like what is spanking's effect on children? Like, is only one
Long-term
spanking enough to
psychological
affect?
damage.
Yeah. Are there any double blind studies on twins where one has been spanked and the other hasn't one time?
Can you
know?
spank one and the other one feels it because of the twin connection?
Oh my God.
Wait, are they twins?
Yeah, they're
Oh my
twins.
God.
All right,
Are you kidding me?
I forgot they were twins.
Are you kidding
I
me?
thought they were like a year apart.
No. Every NBC is like, oh, it's the same person. You even pay attention?
You know.
Oh my God.
So that was your parents, right? That was Henry's parents?
Henry's parents.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So did Henry get
Did they,
spanked?
yeah,
growing
did they
up?
spank
Henry
you?
got spanked as a kid. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
Another dad fact.
Another
I mean,
not-
it's a really
another-
sad dad fact.
Another spanking related fact on this not a BDSM podcast.
It's not BDSM because these are not consensual spanks.
That's
So these are
true.
bad
Yeah.
spanks.
True dad.
We're a sex positive non BDSM podcast.
So is 99% invisible too.
And with that, my name is Beth May, and I play Ron Stampler, emotionally detached stepfather. He's also a rogue. Fun fact about Ron. Actually, it's 3 fun facts that are all linked by. So number 1 is that Ron thinks that all musicals have to be about animals. Okay, and then number 2 is that the only musical that Ron has ever seen is Cats. And then number 3 is that Ron's favorite musical is Cats.
How's he feel about musicals in general?
So far so good. He
Like
doesn't
one for
re-
one.
So he likes cats.
Well,
That's
yeah.
bearing the lead. That's an important fact to know that he
I
likes
mean,
cats.
yeah, favorite musical, probably favorite thing.
So when Ron hears someone describe like another musical like Hamilton, is he just like, oh, they must be all like dogs or something
Or
like
like
that?
pigs, like ham. I think he thinks that Hamilton is about ham.
Oh my
Fun fact, I
God.
also think Hamilton is about ham.
I don't know how Ron lived this long, just like in life, just like in society. It feels like he should have been culled long ago by natural selection.
Don't count down luck, baby.
So my dad fact this week, and this is just spurred from Freddie talking about his character stealing $15 worth of stuff from a hotel room. So when I was 19, I was invited to an EA promotional event for like the expansion pack for Command and Conquer 3, and they hosted us at the Ritz-Carlton, and I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, which is the opposite of the Ritz-Carlton. And so when
Arizona?
when I was there,
So I'm also from Arizona.
I thought it would be fun to steal one of the bathrobes, and I was like, they'll never know.
Oh no.
And then I stole the bathrobe, and I never heard anything else about it. And I was like, haha. And then I looked up how much the cost for stealing one of them was, and it was like $1,800, which meant that the very nice EA guy who had been hosting all of the community people had to pay out of EA's budget $1,800.
Oh no!
And I got a new job, and the head of marketing there is the guy that I made pay $1,800. And every
God.
day, every day I see him, I pray he does not recognize me as the 19-year-old kid who fleeced him for $1,800.
I think we can all agree the
should
real
tell him.
people who were fleecing you were the people who said a replacement towel is $1,800.
Oh no, it was a bathrobe. It was a terry cloth bathrobe.
Oh.
I still feel
my
like
God.
that's a bit high.
yeah,
for a
yeah, it's
bathrobe.
bullshit. It's the Ritz-Carlton.
That $1,800 is why Battlefront 2 had microtransactions.
If you want to clean your conscience, download Battlefront and buy $1,800 worth of loot boxes.
You lost me in pronouncing it like Battlefront, like it's two words.
Battlefront 2.
Star Wars. All right, do you guys want to pretend to be wizards and shit?
Let's go.
Let's dive in.
Welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, not a BDSM podcast, instead a D&D podcast about four dads from our world flung into the Forgotten Realms in the quest to rescue their lost sons. My name is Freddie Wong. I play Glenn Close, rock and roll dad and bard, and today's fact about Glenn is he is a graduate of the University of Texas International, UTI. That's right, baby. He didn't realize it until much later, when after the sweatshirts got put on.
What's the school mascot for
Fighting
UT?
crabs. It's like they got little pinchers, and they're just like, nah, 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 you know?
Pinchers.
Because it's also like, it's like in Houston, right? So it's like crawfish boiled stuff, you know?
Yeah.
No, you made it work.
Yeah. He said, continuing to justify his thing he made up.
I was trying to make like a cranberry juice joke, but I couldn't come up with one. Because you drink
how
cranberry
you heal
juice when
UTI.
you have a urinary tract infection.
This guy UTIs.
This guy UTIs.
Just to
guys.
clarify for the kids playing at home,
Yeah.
the UTI means urinary tract
None
infection.
of you guys UTI.
I do not. I've never had one, but
Oh, I've had multiple.
Damn.
whoa.
Well, because once you have one, it's likely
Weird
you'll
flex,
have
but
a
okay.
lot.
Yeah, all right, we get it.
Yeah, that's right.
That's your daddy master
I got
fact.
a wide urethra, can hold a lot of bacteria.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
I'm Matthew Arnold. I play Daryl Wilson, a stay-at-home coach dad who's also a barbarian. Little fun fact about Daryl today. When he found out his son was more into soccer than football, he really wanted to like get involved. But Daryl's a man who likes to, handshake and not Google. So he went looking for an English pub to find out more about soccer. And that's where he met the Chelsea boys, who are his best friends. And nobody else knows about them because then he would have to admit to Carol that he drinks at 10 in the morning every day with his Chelsea
God.
boyfriends.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Chelsea boys alcoholics?
Like
Well, no,
Chelsea
because
Club?
the time difference. In order to watch, if you want to go to an English pub to watch a soccer game, like a Manchester
true,
or
that's
Chelsea,
true.
it's like 11 a.m. So that's how he started learning, and those are his best friends. But in order to introduce them to his family, he would have to be like, "Where are you all day?" It's like, well,
Don't you mean his best mates?
his best mates, exactly.
Whereabouts is Chelsea in the UK?
Ooh, boy.
Daryl does not know.
Okay.
Matt definitely does, but that I wouldn't want to
yeah.
reveal.
He doesn't want to show up, Daryl.
Yeah, I don't want to show up Daryl.
Does Daryl like slip up and use English slang occasionally around
pretty,
the house?
No, he's pretty, like, they are very friendly. It's not about drinking. It's just like he's embarrassed to reveal that that's where he spends most of his day.
Mostly because he's hanging out with Englishmen and being such a
Englishmen.
patriot.
Yes, but again, he really wanted to learn about soccer since his son was into it.
Oh, that's cool. I thought it was going to be like Daryl was like, an asshole about his son.
No,
That's
he
cool. Good
wants
for
to
him.
support soccer.
Yeah.
He likes it now. Mostly likes drinking with his mates, though.
Mostly likes drinking. Hi, everyone. I'm Will Campos. I play Henry Oak, the granola munchin, Birkenstock rockin', hippie tree hugging nature dad / druid. A fun fact, I was thinking about this all day, and this is what I got. A fun fact about Henry Oak this week is his favorite drink is a cold glass of water.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh no.
8 a day.
8 a day. I stay hydrated.
It's like he needs it to survive.
Yeah, he's like addicted to this stuff. That's the
Oh,
joke
man.
he always makes when people ask.
my
He's like, I'm a
God.
waterholic. What can I say?
My
God.
best friend in high school literally gave that answer, and it upset me for like a week. I was like, I don't believe you. I can't believe your favorite drink is water.
Hot take. Water's really good,
I
guys.
love
Yeah,
water.
it's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Like
Just
literally, I would die without it.
Does he do the thing where like when he gets ice cubes, he's like, I'll have it on the rocks.
On the rocks.
Oh my gosh.
If someone else wants some water, he says, "What are you waiting for?"
Oh god.
Like all that stuff.
Make mine a double.
Will, can I give you a honest to God water bottle, like Seattle native tip and trick here
Sure.
for Henry? Is that Henry would definitely prefer the older soft plastic style Nalgene's that were made in the 80s.
Dude, I grew up in Boulder. I know what a Nalgene. You don't have to Nalgene explain Nalgene's to me, but yes, absolutely.
Yeah, the older ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Googling what the older
Why
ones
are they?
because I
Why are
don't
they
know.
better?
Because the older ones were soft plastic and were actually more indestructible. So Nalgene's whole marketing thing is they're indestructible, but you can break them if you freeze water in them. The old ones would not break. They would just puff up.
Yeah, it's one of these bad boys. That's what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
The old
Dude,
ones.
Do you
he's-
wait? Do you have one?
Oh, yeah, back in Seattle.
Yeah.
Weird flex, but okay.
It doesn't count if you tee
Your
up
weird
a flex.
flexes are becoming a weird flex.
No, I can't help it that you guys are obsessed with Nalgene and have UTIs. Like
Sounds like somebody's jealous that she can't pee a lot.
I'm Beth May, and I should drink more water. I also play Ron Stampler, emotionally detached stepfather, and rogue. Fun fact about Ron is that on a school field trip to the National History Museum, Ron got sick as a child and missed the tour part because he was, in the bathroom. And he's not really sure if dinosaurs are extinct, imaginary, or whether they walk among us.
Whoa.
I like that was the one shot he had to learn it, and then since he missed it, he was like, "Yeah, that's I missed my chance to learn the answer."
I think he's been trying, but you do get kind of like conflicting answers. You watch Jurassic Park: The Lost World.
Oh
over
no!
here, and then,
Poor Ron definitely goes down the rabbit hole on YouTube and Google and can't figure out what's real or fact, huh? Fact or fiction?
yeah, he's like one step away from Alex Jones. Just kidding.
Okay, so I'm Anthony Birch. I'm your daddy master. I feel like you already learned something about me today. Oh, here's a shameless, horrible thing. So I realized, I should do daddy facts. I should talk about my own dad. And Freddie and I have the best story about my dad possible, which I'm not going to tell.
Okay.
Because it's too long. It should be on a Patreon thing. It should be, it's like a whole thing. It would distract. So
Gosh, I didn't know you were hiding your dad fact behind a paywall.
I know this is great.
welcome to 2019.
Anthony's a pro. already known how to
this
do
is
it.
the origin story of why we're all here today.
Oh yeah, I
Oh.
forgot. We had
Yeah.
the idea for this podcast while we were on a caper.
yeah.
We were
Whoa.
doing a spy mission, like a real life spy mission. But yeah, I'll talk about that one day.
One day.
when you pay for it. Okay.
All right.
So let's do some
right.
fantasy bullshit. Okay.
By the way, you can hear the story about the caper that launched this podcast by supporting us at patreon.com/dungeonsanddads. Okay, thanks. Enjoy this episode. Welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, not a BDSM podcast. It's kind of a BDSM podcast. About 4 dads from our world flung into the Forgotten Realms in the quest to rescue their lost sons. My name is Freddie Wong, and I play rock cover band dad and bard Glenn Close. And my dad fact this week is this. Because we were trying to figure out what the heck the Glenn Close trio plays, and I finally figured it out. How is Glenn a touring musician all over the place, been around the world, and also not really that famous? The Glenn Close trio plays jazz fusion Christmas music,
my
Like a
gosh.
certain steamroller by the name of Mannheim.
and they do weddings in the off season. And when I say they played Bonnaroo, no joke, this year at Bonnaroo, there's going to be a Christmas tent where they're going to play Christmas music. So that's like where they could have done it.
That's so wholesome. I love it.
And so then Ron singing Silent Night is such a betrayal of Glenn's musical
Spit
thing.
in the face of Christmas
Oh, you just
cheer.
took it. He had one thing, you took it from him.
Exactly.
Oh,
So
man.
that's my dad fact this week.
Does that mean that Glenn was never home for Christmas for Nick?
Oh shit.
Oh.
Yeah, it was always presence in absentia.
That's brutal. Oh, that's
Wow.
That's
brutal.
heavy duty
I just always gave your son a Christmas album.
with a joint in
Well,
it.
it was like album, and then it was just like, here's the new drugs.
Man.
The new drugs.
Trying to be a
That's
cool
stocking
dad.
stuffer for you.
Hi, my name is Matthew Arnold. I play Daryl Wilson, a stay-at-home coach dad who's a barbarian in the world of Forgotten Realms, I guess. Little dad fact about Daryl Wilson. So last year he had his 15 minutes of fame at one of Carol's employee or worker events. All the women at the work were giggling and kind of pointing at him and laughing, and he was wondering what's going on. And he found out he was on the hot Instagram account called Dilfs of Disneyland.
Yay!
Is that a thing?
It's a real thing.
Oh my god, it's a thing.
my
And
He
it's
was
the
so
best.
excited he could not stop bragging about it. But as I said, it was 15 minutes of fame because then he found out that he was just in the background of one of the photos, and they were all laughing at him because they were saying
my
that dad
gosh.
is a little fat.
Oh. No, you'll always be a DILF to me.
This story took so many turns.
How long did it take you to come up with that? That was a 3-act fucking
It's a
story.
real thing.
We
It's a real
were.
thing.
No, I know that.
I was with my
Dilfs
wife.
of
She brought up Dilfs of Disneyland. I thought it was the funniest thing ever. And I was like, oh yeah, clearly Daryl's a Dilf, but not really a Dilf. And then I was like, oh, Dilf, dad is a little fat. I was like, yeah, that's probably what happened.
Holy shit.
Oh,
that's
it's
really
an
good.
Oh my
acronym.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
dad, all the women at the work were actually like, huh, your husband is a dad who's a little fat. He's just in the background of this photo.
But here's the thing, like dad bods are
The fucking
dad
deep
bods,
lore.
So it's like if you're one DILF, aren't you inherently both?
yeah,
A DILF is a DILF, you might say.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, because at first I was like, oh yeah, Daryl would belong there. But then I looked at that Instagram account. It's like everybody's a bodybuilder on that Instagram account.
It's like if you ever want to feel like really wholesome but really like
Thirsty?
hot as hell, like yeah, that's where you go.
It's wholesome pics of buff dads
Of
holding
buff
little
dads.
kids.
With their kids, yeah. Just
I cannot
non-threatening
believe
boys.
that both of those acronyms mean the same thing. That's the cruelest thing I've ever heard in my life. What's up, everyone? I'm Will Campos. I play Henry Oak, granola munchin, nature loving, Birkenstock rocking, hippie druid dad. And that's my thing. That's my whole get up. This week's fun fact for Henry is, well, I told you guys last week that his favorite drink is a cold glass of water.
Yep. I'll never forget.
Henry's second favorite drink,
Oh man.
room temperature glass of water.
So, like, worst case scenario, if the glass warms
Hey,
up,
man.
it's still pretty good.
Still pretty good. Doing fine.
I think Henry Oak is living the best life out of all of us. I think it's very clear at home.
You know, he really believes in hydration. I'll say that.
Henry Oak is the most functional human being amongst you, I think.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely. Oh, wait, never mind. Ron is.
And now for the least functional human being.
My name is Beth May. I'm not functional. I play Ron Stampler, emotionally stunted stepfather and rogue. Fun fact about Ron, his middle name is F.
Wait,
It's the letter F.
just the letter F.
Ron F. Stampler?
Yeah, I probably what happened was he saw, Ronald F. Stampler written somewhere like on a birth certificate or something, or some sort of document, and then just never really concluded that it might stand for something.
Did
and
he
it
not-
probably doesn't.
Does Ron not know his parents? Did he never ask his parents what
I
the F
mean,
means?
he definitely knows his parents, and I think that's why he didn't ask.
Fuck, that's dark.
Whoa!
That's really
Oh,
dark.
that's some heavy duty stuff.
All right.
I'm Anthony Birch. I'm your daddy master. Some people have talked about this podcast and be like, oh, cool, I'm not really into Dungeons & Dragons, but I like this podcast. If you like this podcast, you're not into Dungeons & Dragons. That's not what we do.
We're
But-
posers.
This is just people just jerking off in a room and recording it. But if you want to get into role-playing stuff and D&D sounds a little bit intimidating, I would look up the one-page RPGs by Grant Howitt on Google. There are a bunch of free ones. The Witch's Dead is my favorite. That's what I would recommend if you want to play something quick and easy with your friends. But yeah, let's pretend to be wizards.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Paint us a picture, Daddy Master.
Welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, a sometimes BDSM podcast about four dads from our world flung into the Forgotten Realms on a quest to rescue their lost sons. In the context of Dungeons and Dragons, I am Freddie Wong, and I play Glenn Close, rock cover band bard dad, and we all leveled up in between the previous episode and this one, so we're now level 4, and at level 4, the dad fact of mine ties into this. We learned that Glenn Close's feat at level 4
is to become an actor. I gain 1 charisma, which I need, and I have advantage on deception performance checks when trying to pass yourself off as a different person, and I can mimic the speech of another person or the sounds made by other creatures you have heard for at least a minute. The way I see it is this. Glenn has traveled the world. He's done his fair share of shows internationally, Christmas shows internationally. It's important to relate to the crowd, and gives me an excuse to use Glenn's Australian accent.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Welcome to the final episode of Dungeons and Daddies.
But Glenn's always fancied himself a thespian of sorts, if not on stage in a dramatic context than in a musical one. But he's like, I could do that. I could act.
He pretends to know what he's doing all the time, so.
Yeah, there you go.
Hi, my name is Beth May, and I play Ron F. Stampler.
It's been so long since I've heard the Ron voice. It just feels good.
I talk in Ron voice all the time. My friends are leaving me. They're like, Beth, we can't handle only Ron.
No gods, no kings, only
Ron is
Ron.
an emotionally stunted stepfather and a rogue, and Ron also leveled up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so he's his new feat. Ron is an actor. He's a thespian. So Ron gains +1 charisma and has advantage on deception and performance checks when trying to pass yourself off as a
If
different
you also
person.
have an Australian accent, I'm ending the podcast
and
right now.
shout out to my new roommate, Dane.
Oh, God damn it. Fuck
Says his
ass
friends
shit
up in
ball.
Vancouver listen to the podcast.
Oh, well, that's actually pretty good.
That's way better than
Never mind.
Freddy's.
You kind of run me over.
You're going to accent shame me?
Yep.
Like that, Matt?
What can I say? I'm an actor.
Where did the love of acting come from? Was Ron like high school plays or?
I think he was one of the sheep in the nativity play in early youth.
What's his sheep voice sound like?
Sheeps don't say anything.
But they're no small parts.
That was Ron's response when the teacher was like, "Hey, Ron, you're supposed to bah." He was like, "No, sheep don't say anything."
Yeah, he was playing the
So method.
I
He was
feel like
playing the
Matt
reality
just
of the
set
role.
you up for an alley-oop and you just let him sail into the backboard.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've been yes-anding all week, and it's just really
It's
hasn't
exhausting.
gone well.
I'm Will Campos. I forgot my laptop today, so I'm on pen and paper D&D. I'm the only one actually playing a pen and paper role-playing game right now.
That's true.
On a tabletop. Who do I play? I play Henry Oak, granola munching, Birkenstock rocking, nature hippie druid dad. Fun fact about Henry Oak this week: Henry is observant.
What does observant do?
Henry, at his 4th level, discovered that his wisdom score has gone up by 1, and he can read lips now.
Whoa.
Yeah, I thought that'd be a fun one.
That's useful.
He decided he needed to learn how to read lips after the skullduggery and treachery that happened in the last
Yeah.
adventure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm also very, very excited. I have a dad thing I'm very excited
Does reading
about.
lips mean that you can kiss better now? You know what I'm saying? Is that what they
guess,
call it when you go
I guess
in?
Daryl will find out soon enough. Henry also learned a new spell that he's very excited to share with you called Druidcraft. Whispering to the spirits of nature, Henry can create one of the following effects within range. You can instantly make a flower blossom, a seed pod open, or a leaf bud bloom.
Wow.
Isn't that fun?
That's
That's
very
great.
on brand for him.
And he can also create a tiny harmless sensory effect that predicts what the weather will be at your location for the next 24 hours.
Oh my God.
Wait, sorry. I don't understand what that
Henry
means.
can create a magic thermostat that sees into the future in true
Yeah.
dad
Holy
fashion.
shit. Does it also give you the ability to detect slight temperature fluctuations in an indoor
That's
environment?
very good.
Druidcraft definitely lets you tell if someone's touched the thermostat.
I can also instantly snuff out a candle, which feels like you could do that anyway.
So you have human fingers.
And I can create an instantaneous harmless sensory effect, such as falling leaves, a puff of wind with the sound of a small animal, or the faint odor of a skunk.
Wow.
In a 5-foot cube. So
Yikes.
This is such a weird
What asshole wrote that? Like, oh, it's a skunk. It's like, oh, cool. So they can freak people out and make them scared of the smell. It's like, no, it's a faint odor of a skunk.
faint
Like,
odor
cool.
of a skunk.
Thanks, DM. Thanks.
You could sell your services to the sort of hotels of the land just by being like, I can make white noise for the sleeper.
Ooh,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
that's
Like,
true.
You're like a free white noise
If any of you guys
machine.
need a white noise generator,
Apparently
You're
you
an
just do it
ASMR
now.
dad now?
Yeah.
ASMR dad.
Oh my gosh.
Is that a subgenre on YouTube?
ASMR
I think
Dad?
it could be.
Don't Google it.
like-
Don't
Google it right now.
Go ahead,
Don't
Matt.
Google
Go ahead and
it.
introduce
Oh,
yourself.
I'm Matt Arnold. I
Holy
played
shit, it
Daryl
is.
Wilson, stay-at-home coach, dad who's a barbarian.
I'm so proud of you.
So proud. Which means that, I mean, I'm a barbarian. I'm not making flowers grow or learning voices. Like, I can punch harder now. That's what happens when I level
Tavern
up.
brawler.
So, tavern brawler. So, my fun fact, or my dad fact, is Daryl's loved watching his favorite movie with his son Grant, which was Top Gun. But he would
Good
always
choice.
he would always fast forward during that steamy sex scene.
Yeah, that sounds
Until he
right.
finally walked in on his son watching it by himself, and that's how the talk got started.
You actually had the talk.
Unfortunately, that means that now Grant will never watch Top Gun again ever with Daryl because it's too uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's how you watch Top Gun. Is you watch through the sweaty beach volleyball scene and then fast forward through the sex scene.
Yeah,
That's the
well,
way to
do
do
you
it.
know Daryl didn't think his son was ready at 10 years old to learn about the sweet lovemaking that happened
And he
between
didn't get
Tom
any of
Cruise.
the subtext in the volleyball scene.
No, Daryl does not get any of the subtext of the volleyball scene.
Yeah, Kenny Loggins wrote that song
Every
for it.
time-
What was it called again? Oh, that's right. Playing with the Boys.
Every time that volleyball scene goes on, Daryl points at them and goes, "Hey, you know, back in the day in college, your dad looked like that."
Which one, Goose?
Do you think kids today even get the talk? Like,
No.
kids have the internet. I never got the talk. I had the internet.
I don't think so.
My version of the talk was my mom just bought like a book about sex,
Oh, that's
like
great.
for kids, and then just left it in downstairs. And when she was like,
In a nondescript paper
she was
bag.
like, Will, there's a book down there about stuff. If you want to read it, go read it. And I was like, Mom, gross. And then like the next day, I was like, oh, check that book out.
I had the talk. Did you have the talk, Freddie?
Now that I think about it, no,
I feel
I
like
don't.
you guys are such nerds that like your parents are like
We don't need to
they're
worry
never
about this.
they're never gonna need
He'll be
this.
30 by the time this information becomes relevant.
My parents taught me about like menstruation and nothing else. Like they thought that it ended there.
This is all
And
you
it
need to
does.
know.
Yeah.
My dad just told me to keep it above the belt, and I didn't. And that's why I'm so fucking cool.
I don't even know what keep it above the belt means.
And now I host a D&D
It means
podcast.
like don't. Yeah, now I host the D&D podcast, and I'm bringing that real tale.
Yeah. Look at me now.
I'm balls deep. I'm Anthony Birch, your daddy master, and I'm balls deep. So let's pretend to be fucking wizards.
Well, there's not a single wizard among us. You know that, right?
Oh shit, I forgot.
Welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, sometimes a D&D podcast about four dads.
Wait, what? Sometimes a D&D podcast? Shit.
I mean,
actually,
where's the lie?
Leave it in. Leave it in.
That's actually, yeah, that's pretty true.
Shit, you're right. At this point, sometimes a D&D podcast about four dads from our world flung into the Forgotten Realms in the quest to rescue their lost sons. My name is Freddie Wong. I play Glenn Close, the bard of the group, and also one of the dads. And this week's dad fact.
Freddie's on it today.
Freddie's on his game.
I know. I couldn't come up with a good dad fact this week, so I was like, what's Glenn's favorite dad joke? And so, because, dad jokes is, they can be made in the moment. They can be impromptu. They can be free jazzed in. But a lot of times you got to go back to the standards, the good ones, the standbys. And my favorite and Glenn's favorite dad joke is as follows. Why do scuba divers fall backwards when they're diving into the water?
I don't know, Dad. Why do they?
Because they fell forward. They just fall into the boat.
God damn it.
Glenn likes that one.
I
That one
thought I'd
gets a
heard
lot
them all.
gets a lot of good laughs. He opens his sets with that one, and then based on the crowd response,
He opens his sets.
his
like,
Christmas
on
sets.
stage.
Yeah,
All right.
because it's
I
a good,
like it, and
because it's
I
a
hate
good
it because-
family-friendly joke.
And it's very Christmas themed.
Well, I was looking for the wordplay, the pun there, but then it wasn't.
how he gets you.
That's how he got me.
Sometimes jokes
He
don't
got
require
me.
thought.
It's the rare dad joke that makes you feel stupid at the end.
Oh,
That's what I
man.
like about it. And that seems like Glenn's style, too. Do you know what I mean? Like, Glenn's not big on vulnerability, so, like, his dad joke would be about making you think you're dumb.
I won. I beat you.
What are like daughter jokes? Just like real sad statements that aren't jokes. Like,
I love you
if-
so much, and I'm sorry about what this world will do to you.
Damn.
Bazinga.
Wait, was that the daughter saying that? Or the
No,
dad?
it's the dad. You got to say
okay.
bazinga at the end of your own jokes. That's how it works, you fool.
Hi, I'm Matt Arnold, and I play Daryl Wilson, a stay-at-home sports dad who, upon entering the Forgotten Realms, became a barbarian. And a little fact about Daryl, his favorite hobby is, of course, sports, just sports in general, all sports. But his second favorite hobby is organization. if Home Depot's his favorite place, that Container Store is his
gosh.
next stop. So, just loves organizing shit from the kitchen to the garage. He just likes to
you'd
keep things
say
nice and clean.
He likes boxing and boxing.
Yes.
Oh.
He wouldn't say that, but you would.
Sparks joy.
Yep.
Hi, everyone. I'm Will Campos. I play Henry Oak, the granola munchin, crunchy, hippie nature dad / druid of the team and the dads. I have some political facts about Henry Oak this week. I was just watching the Democratic debate, so I'm in a political mood. Henry, for like a 20-year period, was as hardcore a Ralph Nader supporter as you could get on Earth. Ralph Nader, honestly, almost like the perfect liberal dad politician, like big on like safety, car safety. Henry loved his stance on the environment. He was a really ride or die, to the point of it like almost ruining and alienating a couple of people in his life, like how much he talked about Ralph Nader. Up until, of course, the 2000 election, in which he reevaluated his stance. And then in 2004, he went hard in the paint for one Dennis Kucinich.
Kucinich.
Because he was like, I want someone electable this time.
Somebody with the glitz and vavoom that Kucinich so
That
embodies.
Kucinich movie star quality just swept him away.
Just imagine Henry going around like, now I'm a Dukakis man. That's a Dukakis man.
If I say I'm a Dukaka, you'll agree. So that's Henry this week.
Loves Mother Nature and Mother Nader. All right, I'm Beth May, and I play Ron Stampler, a emotionally stunted stepfather. Fun fact about Ron this week: a fun, wholesome sexual fact about Ron.
Can't wait.
And it's actually a fact of clarity. The reason that Ron thinks that he's a virgin, doesn't know what fucking or sex is, like the words. The reason is because his wife, Samantha, always called it making love. And
That's really sweet.
so trust me when I say that Ron definitely knows how to get down. He
That is
just
the
doesn't know
best.
what it's called.
What a nice twist ending.
So that
Bazinga.
I'm Anthony Birch. I'm your daddy master.
such authority.
I was going to say, I don't
Yeah.
have to give a fucking fact about myself, dude. There's nothing interesting about me going on right now. Other than while they were talking, I was still writing notes about today's episode. So we'll see how that goes.
All right.
Hey.
So let's deal with some vampires and kids that don't love their dads.
Those are both sad.
Damn.
Yeah, this is the dour arc of Dungeons and Daddies. We fucking moved into Empire Strikes Back.
The Buffy season 5. Of,
We skipped straight to
It's
season
season
5.
6, actually. That's the dour one.
Oh yeah, 5 is glory.
Yeah.
Welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, sometimes a BDSM podcast, a actual play D&D podcast about 4 dads from our world flung into the Forgotten Realms in a quest to rescue their lost sons. My name is Freddie Wong.
For anyone that with 10 times more Glenn energy, we're coming back from 3 weeks.
It's true. Oh, man. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Freddie Wong here. I play Glenn Close. I'm a bard. I play Christmas music. And I don't let anyone harsh my vibe. And Glenn's dad fact today is this. If Glenn was still in the real world at this moment in time, you bet your ass that he was on that Storm Area 51 Facebook group within the first 100 group of people. He would be the one sending it to everyone, be like, guys, finally, someone's figured it out. You guys, we're going in.
they can't stop all
They
of
can't
us,
stop
man.
all of us. I don't know what this Naruto run is, but I'll be there.
I don't think we've mentioned it yet on the podcast, but all of this canonically started on the day of the Area 51 invasion. We planned 6 months ago that was going to be when the whole thing kicks off.
We planted the meme seed on 4chan, and we waited for it to flourish.
So happy actual canon first day of the podcast.
There we go.
Hello, I'm Matt Arnold, and I play Daryl Wilson, stay-at-home coach dad, barbarian in Forgotten Realms. And my dad fact is after the DILF incident, Daryl decided to join CrossFit on Wednesday nights.
Whoa.
However, his first night was not a very enjoyable night. He hurt himself very badly and did not feel welcome in that very kind of macho group. But he was too embarrassed to say that he stopped doing it. And so instead, right next door, there was a square dancing class. So now he does square dancing. But now he's
By
embarrassed.
himself?
Well, he goes there by himself. I mean, there's a whole group of people. He's got a whole group of square dancers with him. But now here's 2 problems. One, it's 2-hour class, so it's about an hour longer than CrossFit was supposed to be. And it definitely doesn't like Carol's definitely noticing he is not doing 2 hours worth of CrossFit every night. So
Is he still paying for CrossFit?
yes, he's paying for
They
both.
got
So
you on that monthly.
he's
right?
hoping at some point he's going to surprise Carol by taking her square dancing, but then he's also going to have to let loose that he has not been losing weight by going to CrossFit. But hopefully square dancing is going to do
But
some of that.
He's going to have to. Carol needs to like know this. There's steps to square dancing, aren't there?
Yeah.
Like
You
so.
can't just
Or else you
come
wouldn't
in
need a
blind.
class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You could just square dance.
that's a
She'll
hell
have
of
a good time.
surprise.
She'll have a good she's going to have a good time when she shows up.
What's up, everyone? I'm Will Campos, and it's been 3 weeks since a D&D.
Oh my god. Was that what you were so proud of coming
No,
in?
that was not it.
No, that's just the appetizer, Freddie. Get ready.
No, it wasn't. The thing that I really loved was
I play Henry Oak. He's a granola crunching, Birkenstock rockin' nature dad / druid. Henry Oak's dad fact this week is that Henry has a retainer.
like still has it. Oh my god.
Henry wears a retainer. And so I want to go into the details a little bit. Henry grew up in a commune and didn't really go to the dentist until he was like in his 20s. And then his teeth were really bad and he felt really self-conscious about it. For a while he didn't really do anything about it, but then he decided as, later on in life as an adult to do the braces thing. Finally got the braces off and he's been on that retainer. Now, I should say he had a retainer because the first time he turned into a bear, the retainer was still on and he felt something burst in his mouth and then unfortunately he swallowed.
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Beth, for reacting the way we are all thinking reacting.
Henry hasn't quite figured out what happened to the retainer yet. And he's kind of getting worried because it hasn't shown up yet. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, so Henry's never got the experience of digging through a middle school lunch pin at lunchtime trying to find your fucking retainer, huh?
It's
No,
going to
never-
be hard to role play not knowing about this ticking time bomb that's happening because all I can think about now.
Hitchcock said surprise is a bomb exploding suddenly. Suspense is someone swallowing a retainer and waiting until it comes out.
Henry, like every night after everyone else goes to sleep, like turns into a bear and sneaks off to the woods to try to pass the retainer.
Oh my god.
So far, no luck.
Holy shit.
So that's the energy Henry's bringing.
Hi. Sorry. Hi, my name is Beth May, and I play Ron Stampler, emotionally detached stepfather / rogue. My dad fact for Ron this week is a fact that actually Ron only recently learned, and it is that Ron needs to watch his cholesterol.
Oh.
Yeah, just a little bit too high, just kind of keep off the bacon.
What does he do about that? What's his strategy for cholesterol?
Well, I mean, Ron is all about making the bacon. So,
What was his response when he
Taking
found out? 'Cause I
Lipitor.
feel like Ron's a pretty kind of thin dude. Like, was he surprised? Like, did he not care?
What's
I
up
think
with that?
I think he'd think it was like a really big compliment. Like, oh, is it higher than the other guys? Who has the highest cholesterol? Tell me.
I'm Anthony Birch. I'm your daddy master.
Hi, Daddy Master.
My dad fact for today is that Streets of Rogue is a good video game that you might like if you play video games. I don't know. I don't have anything daddy specific that happened to me. Actually, I did weirdly get my physical back and my cholesterol is very high. So
no.
for the first time, I've related very hard to Ron Stampler.
Yeah.
Dog, your cholesterol's high?
What
My
did you
cholesterol's
say?
high too, dog.
Yeah. I'm a vegetarian, though. It's bullshit. It's just congenital from my shitty dad.
How am I like you and you put together, and my cholesterol's pretty good?
It's complete. Well, first of all, the HD, whatever. We don't have to get into it. It's a thing.
My
Genetics
I
is
have
a
the
big
bad
part of it.
lipids. You probably have good lipids.
What did you say when you found out?
I went, oh,
That's better.
because it
than
was
what-
literally a second opinion, and I went, no,
Oh,
all
man.
the cookies and things that I like to eat. No, I became this very small child
That's a
very
funnier
quickly.
reaction than I came up with. So,
Well, that's because my life's actually in danger, so that's much funnier.
yeah, you got to raise the stakes sometimes.
Don't
You know,
eat
you can-
steak if you have a high cholesterol.
I'm gonna have to fucking do cardio. I'm gonna have to work out like a human being. It's gonna be disgusting.
This is the most dad this podcast has
Can I
ever been.
recommend square dancing?
Okay, are we ready to deal with the trauma that you inflicted upon a child?
punted that one, didn't we?
Yeah. You killed somebody who was seemingly the father of a child who had watched their dad die before, and then we took a 3-week break just to sort of chillax
I'm
after
sure
that.
this wasn't all a dream.
Roll to see if it's a dream.
I got 2.
It's not a dream.
Welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, not a BDSM podcast, sometimes a BDSM podcast, a podcast where we play D&D, and it's about 4 dads flung into the Forgotten Realms in a quest to rescue their lost sons. My name is Freddie Wong. I play Glenn Close, a bard, rock and roll Christmas cover band dad, and this week my Glenn dad fact is this. Whenever they're on tour and they're driving the bus around, or let's be honest here, the large Ford Econo van around, and they ever pass through New Mexico, Glenn makes it a point to go out of the way to visit Roswell, home of the first alien encounter. And he's got so much like Roswell merch and shirts and stuff like that. You know, they got like the alien sticker and stuff
Does
like
he
that.
get that alien jerky?
The alien jerky is something
What?
on the way to Las Vegas, Will.
They don't have
Something
the. Wait, you're telling me they don't have alien jerky in Roswell, New Mexico?
What is alien jerky?
It's just on the way to Vegas. You see a sign that's like a big alien. It says fresh alien jerky, and it's like I don't know.
No,
It's
they
like,
don't.
It's a
eat
fun tourist
alien?
trap. Yeah, that's the promise of it. Yeah.
Okay. I knew it was like that or like a sex thing.
No, yeah,
Like-
it's like the thing on the fucking side of the road. It's just fun tourist traps. America's great.
All right.
So
and
edgy.
by the way, no, there isn't alien fresh jerky in Roswell.
That is unacceptable to me. I guess they respect aliens too much. Like
yeah,
we're not gonna. This
Yeah,
is
they have
serious.
museums, Will, not like kitsy tourist traps. They have museums with dioramas of aliens and government agents.
Wasn't your dad fact last week about Roswell?
No, it was about the fact that we're going to storm Area 51, baby, September
Oh,
20th.
okay. My name is Matt Arnold. I play Daryl Wilson, a stay-at-home coach dad who's now a barbarian. I feel like I've gotten a little too complicated with my dad facts, so I'm just kind of going back to basics. Like, you know my name. So what's my favorite color? Daryl's favorite color is brown.
Brown.
Brown, yeah. It's meat, wood, good brown ale,
Does he have like a specific shade? Like
leather brown.
leather.
He says a good cup of coffee should look like a pigskin. Just a little bit of half and half and a little bit of sugar.
So he's a leather daddy. That's
He's
what you're saying.
Oh no. Sure.
Favorite color's
But
blue.
you
His
mean
favorite color's
like
blue.
Indiana Jones bomber jacket fedora brown?
Yeah, no,
That's
leather
kinda
brown
the-
is
yeah,
a
yeah.
color. It's like a slightly lighter brown than flat brown. Next, you'll probably find out his like favorite, TV show, just basic stuff.
By the way, everyone's favorite TV show, if they're dads, is 24, obviously.
Oh my god, that's so true. That was my dad's favorite fucking show. He watched every season
Same
of that
with my
garbage ass
dad.
show.
My dad watches Big Bang Theory.
There you go.
Bazinga.
Daryl loves Big Bang Theory.
My dad is really into America's Got Talent.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Specifically YouTube clips of America's Got Talent is 90% of his media consumption now. Hi, everyone. I'm Henry. Shit. We've crossed over. I just introduced myself as Henry Oak, my Dungeons and Daddies character. I'm Will Campos. I play Henry Oak, a granola munchin, Birkenstock rockin', hippie nature druid dad. My fun fact about Henry this week was, in fact, going to be his favorite TV show.
Oh.
Henry's favorite TV show is The Sunrise.
What a fucking asshole.
It's The Sunrise.
What a turd.
Oh, my God.
What an absolute nerd.
No.
You know, it's on every day.
No.
It never gets canceled.
No.
And you can just get up and watch it to get your morning going.
I hope it gets canceled now.
Yeah.
Better than a piping hot cup of coffee, I'll tell you that much.
Hello, my name is Beth May, and I play Ron Stampler, emotionally detached stepfather and rogue. My fun fact about Ron this week is that it's a little story about how he met Samantha, and he met Samantha, who was looking for a new companion, so to speak, by catfishing her. Ron made a profile on the local Humane Society as a schnauzer,
Wait, what?
and the rest is a story of love.
Wait, I
and
don't
No,
devotion.
not the rest of the story. Tell us what happened after.
Yada, yada, yada.
Listen, Samantha was seeking, she was recently widowed. Her life wasn't going great, and she just needed something else in her life, something to really love and to be loved by. And she thought that she wanted a schnauzer, but what she realized when she found out that the schnauzer was actually a man was that she wanted a man who would act like a schnauzer.
I don't understand the mechanics of how this happened.
The more Daryl finds out
Well,
about
okay,
Ron's
fun
life, he looks at Ron's marriage and he just can't fucking understand what is wrong with it.
Well, okay.
Carol.
To explain, fun fact about Beth this week is that Beth has an app on her phone called Pet Finder, where literally it's like Tinder for adoptable animals.
I hope it's not like Tinder for adoptable animals.
And it's hot as hell.
Do you want to fuck a corgi?
No, I just want to look at the.
That's not better. That's not better.
Not in a no, just in a like a very wholesome like I just like okay so yeah,
Sexy schnauzers are in your area.
no, I just like I have a lovely cat that is awful, but I love her so much. She's my entire life. Shout out to Teddy. But I just like to look at dogs that I could have in my future. And they have like these little profiles on Pet Finder, and it's like an app. So I feel like Ron would.
So you're thinking maybe one of those dogs wouldn't be a real dog, but instead a man.
I feel like right now I'm single, but my best prospects are probably on petfinder.com. Not as pets, but as men masquerading as pets.
So Ron is a rescue husband. That's
Yes. That's how she
I rescued my husband, and somebody's like, "You didn't rescue your husband. Like you got a
In
free
a way,
husband."
he rescued me.
who rescued who.
I'm looking at the site. Under about house trained. What did Ron put down? Yes, I assume. Yeah. And then also vaccinations up to date, spayed and neutered.
So wait, when she met up with Ron and realized, oh, this is a man and not a schnauzer, how did Ron play that off? What was step 2
The world's
for him?
hardest natty 20 charisma check.
No, he said, I told you I knew how to shake.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I mean,
That's pretty good.
That's a pretty good.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And she smiled,
that's
and they got
not all I
married.
know how to do.
All right. I'm Anthony Birch. I'm your daddy master.
Hi, Daddy Master.
I feel like I might have referenced this on the show before, but all this talk about people's favorite shows. Like one of the last genuinely trying to be thoughtful things my dad ever said to me. He's not dead.
Jesus.
But we were sitting around just trying to be fucking father and son, just sitting there watching TV or whatever, and we're watching 2.5 Men because it's his favorite goddamn show. And at one point, midway through, Ashton Kutcher says something and it doesn't go over that well, and he goes, Ashton Kutcher makes you realize just how much Charlie Sheen brought to this role. And I think about that, I'd say once every week.
Wow.
Dang.
All right. This is a heck of a beginning of this podcast.
So you're actually going to do some fucking Dungeons & Dragons ass tower dungeon exploration.
I am so looking forward to playing just normal D&D in the tower.
I have my D20 in my hand. Ready to go. Ready to fight. I'm ready to swing an axe. Let's do this.
Welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, sometimes a BDSM podcast, a actual play D&D podcast about 4 dads flung into the Forgotten Realms in the quest to rescue their lost sons. My name is Freddie Wong. I play Glenn Close, the bard rock star of the group, and this week's Glenn fact is as follows.
So formal.
I know.
This is like an evening with Dungeons and Daddies.
In the following essay, I'll explain how my daddy...
The only dating apps that Glenn has is Guacamole on his first dates.
Oh, like
I
appetite.
get
Wow.
it.
Yeah.
And the only appetizer he orders
He's a
is
rock star. He
guacamole.
doesn't need an axe.
I just
need
don't
apps.
know if Freddie's actually giving us a Glenn fact or just a joke sort
I'm
of
sorry, it can't be both.
worked into a
I would say
Glenn.
not only is
Could
it a
it be
Glenn
neither?
fact. It's not really a Glenn fact. It's a Freddie fact. Because every time I go with Freddie, he likes to buy a guacamole.
Yeah.
So it's
And Freddie will
if I
happily
was,
tell
like-
you about how Tinder doesn't work for Asian people.
You literally just told me that.
yeah.
Plus, it's okay, so if a man had that on his Tinder app, I'd slide into his DMs, but only to call him a liar.
I don't believe you'll buy guacamole when we go out.
You cheap fuck.
All right. My name is Matthew Arnold. I play Daryl Wilson, a stay-at-home coach dad who's now a barbarian in the Forgotten Realms. And dad fact, keeping with simple stuff. So Daryl's favorite book is the Guinness Book of World Records.
Nice.
Tied.
Even after seeing the John Oliver video about it?
He watches John Oliver. Tied with Hop on Pop by Dr. Seuss.
Does Daryl have any world records?
He
feels
likes
like
all
he could
the
get?
animal ones.
The animal ones?
Like the smallest dog and the largest cat, that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Well, that's wholesome.
Those
Yeah.
are vanilla ones, yeah.
yeah, that's the stuff he likes. Yeah.
That shit doesn't get me there. I need some kinkier.
I'm more of a longest fingernail type of gal.
That's like the dirty
She's
stuff. When he looks
nasty.
at it, he goes, oh, and he looks away, but he's like, this book's great. This is fun.
Hey, everyone.
Hi.
You might be wondering who I am. I'm Will Campos. I play Henry Oak on this podcast. Henry Oak is a granola crunching, Birkenstock rockin', hippie natured dad / druid. And this week's dad fact, I got a little bit of a call out from the fans about my last dad fact.
Oh, yeah.
Because Henry's original favorite TV show is, of course, the hit TV show Bones.
Oh, yes.
And so I got kind of put on blast. So
Yeah.
I'd like to amend my list.
You're canceled.
I am canceled, like Bones.
It's the most problematic thing Henry's ever done in his life.
I'd like to amend my list to kind of get the continuity straight. Henry's first favorite TV show is The Sunrise. Henry's second favorite TV show is The Sunset.
And Bones,
And Bones is
next
number 3?
time.
Or?
Bones is Henry's third favorite TV show. That's it for Henry this week. I'm going to pass things over to Beth May. Hi, Beth. How are you today?
Hi, Will. I'm great. My name is Beth May, and I play Ron Stampler, emotionally detached stepfather who has recently become a little more emotionally attached.
I know.
Yeah.
And fun fact about Ron this week is that he attempted the spicy taco wall of flame challenge at True North Tavern in San Dimas.
Is this a real thing?
No
He did
way.
not complete it though, not because the tacos were too spicy, but because he does not like tacos that much. I did 4 years of research to come up with this dad fact, and it's part of my thesis. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Okay.
Truly, Ron Stampler is living moss.
Ron Stampler embodies the live moss
The little
mentality.
moss mentality. Dave Navarre would be so proud.
Has anyone done any like food challenges?
I don't have a spicy food challenge fact or story, but I do have another homebrew knock-knock joke I'd like to deploy on all of you.
God.
I did notice that Freddie cut out my knock-knock joke and made everyone wait till the end to hear it last time. So I'm
Guess
hoping
what's happening again?
I'm hoping our Lord and Savior Freddie Wong will leave this one in as intended right at the top of the show to get everything started with a big laugh. Okay, you guys ready?
Oh, boy. Is one ever really truly ready?
I'm so fucking excited.
Anthony, you have to do it. You're the one behind the door.
Yep.
Knock, knock.
No solicitors.
Anthony, you can play along with the bit or
All
what?
right, go.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Yeah.
Yahoo.
Yahoo!
Oh, Jesus, God in heaven and all the stars above.
We don't have to save Grant. We can just end the show as it is.
Fuck all of you.
Yeah.
I'm the best.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Anthony, bring this all together. The audience may not believe this, but this feels like it's actually our first episode that we saved for later. That's what the energy feels like.
Yeah, it's like when they shoot the pilot really late in the season, so you get the like actual attitude well, and then you see their real first episode. It's like, whoa, this is rough. Yeah, I'm Anthony Birch. Still. Every day I wake up, I look at the mirror, still me, baby. I'm your daddy master, and my daddy fact is, if you ever have the good fortune to be on a podcast that gets a fan base going, make sure not to mention sketches that you don't like. Because for the past 2 weeks, every day I've woken up to new Facebook notifications like, somebody's talking about Cheezoid, and they tagged you. Oh, here's a video of someone dancing to Cheezoid. Here's a video of somebody else reacting to you not liking Cheezoid. And what's weird is that I feel like most of the people doing this also don't like Cheezoid, but it's just inherently funny to bring up a thing to a person that doesn't like the thing.
Stay tuned for Anthony Birch's cell phone number so that you can anonymously text him Cheezoid facts.
Oh, boy.
Laugh at Cheezoid and the world laughs with you,
I'm
Anthony.
going to ask once, and then we will never talk about Cheezoid again. Have you since watched Cheezoid?
I have. I genuinely, whatever the time period was where you were like, hey, wait 2 weeks and then watch it again. I waited. I was a good boy and I waited that and I watched it again and it had the exact same reaction on me the second time. Maybe I'm unusual because it clearly worked on Beth.
Pet troll.
I just don't fucking. Oh boy, it's like almost jokes.
Welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, not a BDSM podcast, sometimes a BDSM podcast, and sometimes a D&D podcast about 4 dads from our world flung into the Forgotten Realms in the quest to rescue their lost sons. Morning edition. That's right. We normally record at night, and we're bringing that hardcore Sunday morning, 8:30 a.m. energy into this. My name is Freddie Wong. I play Glenn Close, the bard of the group, and also a rock and roll cover band dad. And this week's dad fact for Glenn is this. Glenn's favorite
Star Wars movie is number 2, Attack of the Clones, baby.
No.
Worst one. Of course, he likes the literal worst one.
Hell yeah.
No.
What's his favorite thing about it?
Clones. Is that the one with
His
the Yoda
favorite thing
fight?
is the clones.
That's the one.
Yes,
That's the
that's
one.
Yoda versus Dooku.
That's the one where C-3PO's head is next to his body, and then R2-D2 grabs it, and C-3PO says,
Such a drag.
Glenn's
Yes.
slow clap during the Yoda fight.
I would have thought that Glenn would be a Return of the Jedi Special Edition man, what with the Sice Noodles and the Max Rebo bands. Hit single Jedi rocks.
Did you know that canonically those bands play a form of music in Star Wars called jizz?
No, that's the band in the Mos Eisley Cantina, you fucking fake fan.
I'm not like other Star Wars fans.
I like jizz.
All right.
8:30 in the morning. That's
8:30.
that's the most I've heard that word that early in the morning.
You need to get out more.
Then I'm going to start calling you at 4:30.
Matt, who is that? Don't worry, it's just Anthony calling again.
Saying jizz.
It's jizz likely.
Oh man.
I'm likely to jizz.
No.
Anthony, when do we meet jizz likely in the adventure?
When I get sick of your shit. It'll be a punishment for bad
day
role
now.
playing.
All right. I'm already regretting my dad fact after all this. All right. My name's Matt Arnold. I'm Daryl Wilson, a stay-at-home coach dad who's now a barbarian. Fun fact, starting with a mad fact, which is it's 8:30 in the morning for everybody here. It feels more like 4 p.m. for me because I've been up since 2 a.m. because my baby didn't sleep.
Oh, no.
So I don't remember what my dad fact actually was. So here's a real one.
We get it, you're a dad.
Which is going to be a little Daryl fact. Daryl's favorite thing about being a father when Grant was born was when they're asleep and they wake up, the kids have this moment where they're like, they don't really understand what the world is and their eyes are wide and glazed over and they're looking all around and they don't really know where they are. And then they lock eyes with you and they have a big smile when they realize you're there. And that's Daryl's favorite thing about being a dad and Matt's favorite thing.
So it's the knowledge that you matter.
Yes.
So it's mainly about you.
It's mostly about me. It's mostly about me. That and baby farts. Those are his second favorite thing.
Hey, what's up? I'm Will Campos. I play Henry Oak, the Birkenstock rockin', granola crunching, hippie natured druid dad of the squad. That's what we call our dads, the squad.
Squad.
Whenever you hear news about the squad on Twitter, that's people talking about
It definitely feels like Henry
Dungeons and Daddies.
You're taking it back from the women of color.
That's right.
They've co-opted squad enough.
Is anybody else really annoyed at how awake and chipper Will is right now?
I feel power coursing through my veins. I'm very excited. You guys are just mad because I've got energy and you guys fucking all dying over here. Henry's dad fact this week is that Henry was born on May 23rd,
Oh, God.
which makes him a Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been so busy you wished you could clone yourself just to get everything done? That's the Gemini experience in a nutshell. Appropriately symbolized by the celestial twins, just like Lark and Sparrow. This air sign was interested in so many pursuits that it had to double itself. Read your sign's full profile here next read this month's Gemini horoscope predictions. Anyway,
Gemini.
Henry's a Gemini.
All right.
Hey, what's up? I'm Beth May, and I play Ron Stambler. So, fun fact about Beth is that I'm sick, so my Ron voice is my real life voice, and everybody's like, "Oh, you play Ron Stambler on Dungeons and Daddies," and I'm like, "I'm lying," because nobody recognizes me in real life. Okay, cool. So it's 8:30 a.m.
8:30.
Fun fact about Ron this week is that he's allergic to pollen.
Oh, poor Ron.
That's it.
Sniffly boy.
BOI, spelled like that.
He was a sniffly boy.
I'm Anthony Birch. I'm your daddy master. Today's daddy fact is you should watch Fleabag. I'm sure nobody in your life has been telling you to watch Fleabag. I'm the first person you've ever heard saying that Fleabag is very good, but you should watch it. Also, I don't know if you noticed, Will, but somebody on Facebook was like, I fucking bet you that Henry's second favorite TV show is The Sunset.
Oh, yeah.
I commented on it.
Oh, did you?
I was very happy
That's
about
fucking
that.
great.
Yeah.
That's good shit.
Welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, occasionally a BDSM podcast, most of the other time a Dungeons and Dragons podcast about 4 dads flung into the Forgotten Realms in the quest to rescue their lost sons. My name is Freddie Wong. I play Glenn Close, the rock and roll bard superstar dad. And since we're in the world of Fortnite now. This week's dad fact for Glenn, his favorite game, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, baby.
Yes,
The
him
king,
and me both.
The king of
Oh my
all video games. Dun, 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 dun. Lights out, Guerrilla Radio, and you're
it
doing.
doesn't have fucking Superman by Goldfinger.
No, but you can do a Christ Air, which is
You can do
similar.
that in a lot of them, though. They figured out pretty early in the Tony Hawk series that like Christ Air is the most important move,
All I
and they're
wanna-
like, we need to put this in all the games. You know that, right?
All I want to do is airwalk, dark slide, and Christ Air.
And take your money.
It breaks
It's on my resume.
It breaks my heart a little bit that Thippus 2 gets all the love. And where's the love for Thippus 3 with Darth Maul?
Thippus 3 is Darth Maul.
God,
Thippus
Darth
3
Maul was in it.
Darth Maul and Wolverine.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
The levels got too big though.
Someone needs to make like a one-page like Tony Hawk Pro Skater like pen and paper RPG.
Holy shit!
Oh,
Holy
man.
shit!
Oh,
Holy shit!
man.
That's so good.
Your quest
Anthony,
giver Bam Margera approaches you in a tavern. He says, "We need to go punk my dad."
I need 5 holy icons: the S, the K, the A, the T, and the E.
I'd like to roll for Christ Air.
I'd like to perceive the hidden tape.
Holy shit!
All right, we're doing it. we
Yeah,
have to do it
fuck
at some
everything
point.
else about
All right,
them.
that's the new. That's actually that should be the. That's
our stretch goal.
Yeah, that's a stretch goal.
Patreon stretch goal.
Is a fucking thug too,
That's the
dude.
play
podcast. This
our
podcast
kids.
is canceled.
You're fucking radical 80s kids.
My name is Matt Arnold. I play Daryl Wilson, a stay-at-home coach dad who's now a barbarian in the Forgotten Realms. Since we're in the world of Fortnite, I figure we should explain Daryl's relationship to it. So my dad fact is obviously Daryl just wants to kind of, engage in whatever sort of sport or activity grants in. That's why he,
a good dad.
That's why he learned, that's why he, met up with the Chelsea boys, etc. So of course, when he heard about this Fortnite, he had to go figure out what it was. Grant plays it on his computer. So one day when he was at school, Daryl went onto his computer to figure out how to play Fortnite, and he went to the Fortnite Reddit and put a post on there as Grant, and this is what he wrote.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my God.
He said, trying
As
to play.
Grant?
He doesn't know. He just went to
Oh.
Fortnite. He doesn't know he's logged on. He just went to Fortnite.
He
He's
says, but
like,
it's
"Oh."
me. I'm the one
So
typing.
he wrote. So I did some homework, and this is what he wrote. He went onto the Fortnite Reddit. Said the topic was how to play Fortnite. Just want to play. And he wrote, "Hello everyone, my name is Daryl Wilson. Really nice to meet you, or should I say, meet you all. I am a 42-year-old man with a son named Grant. Like most of you kiddos, he loves the Fortnite. And while I know a thing or two about sports, this bad boy's new to me. If any of you experts could give me some tips or ideas for a first timer, that'd be great. First and foremost, if someone could just explain how to start the game, that would be great too. Talk soon." And then he signed off with his email address.
Oh my gosh.
So since then, he's never figured out how to play Fortnite. That's all he pretty much knows. He never figured out. Grant found out that he posted this, got really upset, and he just continuously gets emails from 12-year-olds calling him horrible, like what 12-year-olds would say.
Has Daryl ever been on our relationships? Because I feel like he might have posted there too.
Not yet. Probably soon.
Carol has definitely been there on our
Yeah.
throwaway
Yeah.
account.
Hey, who's this? Oh, this lady sounds just like my wife. Yeah.
No, she can't be. She's too upset.
Now I'm picturing like a shop around the corner situation where you're giving Carol like advice on her relationship with you. What's up, everyone? I'm Will Campos. I play Henry Oak, Birkenstock rockin', hippie, crunchy, munchy, granola eating, nature dad / druid. I'm hard deep into the third coffee of the night. I'm ready to go. I'm holding my laptop out like it's the fucking 10 Commandments. Fun fact about Henry this week. We never talk about pets. Like, what's people's pet situation? Like, I figured Glenn's got a big iguana or a snake of some kind.
Why had that dog that Grant
I can see
lost?
that.
If you remember in the first episode.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to the podcast.
I don't listen to this podcast.
So Henry's family, the Oaks, have 3 pets.
Oh boy!
Wow.
They have a goat named Earth.
Yes. Yes.
I'm leaving.
They have a bird named Cloud.
Fuck.
And they have a dog named Laser Wolf Fart Blaster.
Henry named that one. Huh?
Yeah, it tells
no.
the story.
So Henry named the goat, and then Mercedes named the bird, and then Lark and Sparrow got to name the dog. And Lark wanted to name him Laser Wolf, and Sparrow wanted to name him Fart Blaster. And Henry was really proud of his boys. They came to a compromise, and then dog's name is Laser Wolf Fart Blaster. So
Great. They call him
it's
Laser
a
Wolf Fart for
golden
short.
doodle.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I want the goat and the golden doodle. I was just so obsessed with the golden doodle, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Beth May, and I play Ron Stampler, emotionally detached stepfather and rogue. Since we're doing this in the Fortnite universe, I should clarify that I know absolutely nothing about Fortnite. I don't even know what it looks like when it's being played. I have no idea like any of the characters or whatever, or if there even are characters.
That's adorable.
It's like I'm like a millennial being like, what is Facebook? I don't know. But the dad fact that I have this week is that Ron has never had a cavity.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Does he brush his teeth?
Yeah, no, he brushes his teeth. Like maybe he has had a cavity, but he probably thinks that like cavity is like an extra butthole or something. Like he like thinks that it's like a cavity. Like he doesn't think that it's like a tooth thing.
Fucking wild card.
Okay. Does he go to the dentist?
I'm not entirely.
No, I need to know.
So he hasn't. He doesn't know if he's had a cat.
I mean, I think he's pretty sure. Like he knows, but
he's like, if I had another
objectively-
cavity, I'd know.
Yeah,
But
he
has
knows.
he gone to the dentist?
He's
He
probably-
hears other people
I
talking
mean,
about how many cavities they had. And he's like, oh.
Yeah.
I just want to understand.
Well, okay, he's like, I feel like he goes to the dentist and he's
Ron-
like, "Can I get a cavity search?" And then like it's just not like,
I see.
yeah.
They're like, sir, you need to leave. Sir, this is a Whole Foods.
Yes, if he has an extra
He
butthole.
goes to the
the dentist.
He goes to the dentist and asks for a cavity search, and they like poke around his mouth and say, "You have no cavity." And he's
He
like,
said, "You do have a cavity," and he goes, "Oh, I guess that means I have an extra butthole," and then he leaves.
Well, like he doesn't have one, so obviously, yeah,
Okay.
he doesn't.
Good
yeah.
point. Good point.
I do have an extra
I don't know why
butthole. This is
that-
Beth May.
I don't know why that broke me.
it's like maybe
Everything you
not the
said.
weirdest thing Ron has come
No,
up
I
with.
think that is. All right.
I'm Anthony Birch. I'm your daddy master. I am at a loss after the cavity thing.
How many buttholes do you have?
Counting you guys?
Welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, occasionally a BDSM podcast. Actually, it's a D&D podcast. It's about four dads.
I was just gonna say, actually, it's a D&D podcast.
Also, I kind of miss the pseudo BDSM times. There's
What do you
been,
mean?
You miss when we had our innocence?
Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of sexy times in a long time. It's been mostly murder.
Guys, give
horrible
Freddie a
things.
break. He's just trying to
just trying to get
introduce
through
the
the damn
world to our
introduction here.
podcast. They've never listened to it before.
My name is Glenn Close. Nope, it's Freddie Wong, and I play Glenn Close. I
The
made
character is so...
I made the Will Campos mistake. The rock and roll bard dad of the group. And this week's dad fact about Glenn Close, with the actual Area 51 raid now come and gone, I'm sure we all have UFOs and aliens on the mind. And just a little story about Glenn, specifically about the 3 UFO videos that got released by fellow rock and roll star Tom DeLonge, a good friend of Glenn Close's, actually. Blink-182 star was responsible for the release of 3 videos from the U.S. Navy, declassified, titled Fleur 1, Gimbal, and Go Fast. Those of you UFO fanatics out there will know.
Is it Sonic, the Go Fast one?
No, yeah, that's the one where they actually captured Sonic the Hedgehog on radar.
The upcoming documentary with Jim Carrey in it.
Here's Glenn Close's hot take on Fleur, Gimbal, and Go Fast. Those are easily explained by a weather balloon or some sort of stationary balloon, some kind of distant jet or some kind of passenger airplane, or any of those things. Hence the names, Gimbal, et cetera, et cetera. It's like they're secretly telling you what they actually are. The real secret is, why is Tom DeLonge, his fellow rock star, now working for the government to put this interference out there? That's the real conspiracy, folks.
What do they have on Tom?
What do they have on Tom? What do they have on Blink-182 guitarist Tom DeLonge?
They don't have any big things on Tom, but they do have all the small things.
No.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Oh,
We're back, baby.
what's up, everyone? I'm going to take that opportunity to introduce myself. I'm Will Campos. I play Henry Oak, Birkenstock rockin', granola crunching, munchy, hippie natured druid dad. This week's dad fact about Henry Oak is this. We've all heard Henry's favorite TV show. We've all heard Henry's favorite drink. But did you know that Henry's favorite radio station is The Wind? That's right. 103.1 KWND, The Wind. Serving Sam Demas all the classic cuts from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and more. You're listening to
As the husband of a
Exactly.
classical rock DJ, I mean, you are a walking betrayal.
Yeah,
listening
how does
to
Mercedes
the
Oak
Wind.
Garcia feel
Oh
about
shit,
that?
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
She literally hosts
I
a
was
radio
so
show.
excited for my Wind double trap card
About
reversal.
your wife.
Okay, all right.
Disgusting.
All right.
Second favorite.
No, it's canon. I said
shit.
it.
He
All
doesn't
right.
have to patronize his wife by just saying hers is the favorite.
Yeah, you know, they have
Yeah.
a relationship based
That's
on
true.
honesty.
Yeah.
He's like,
All right. Well, you
She
guys will worry
appreciates
about
it because,
Daryl
like,
getting
if you
divorced.
had said it to her, she would know you were lying. Because she's seen the look on your face when the wind is blowing really nicely.
Henry has a very special relationship with the wind. It was the station he listened to in college. It was the station he listened to when he fell in love with Mercedes Oak Garcia. Don't you take this from him. It's one of the few great classic rock stations left in that part of California. They've all been bought up by Clear Channel, but 103.1 The Wind still plays the classic cuts. They still let the DJs do what they want.
Okay, cool. My name is Beth May, and I play Ron Stampler, emotionally detached stepfather, and a rogue. Fun fact about Ron is that actually his favorite radio station is Mercedes. Mercedes Oak Garcia's station. No. Ron doesn't listen to the radio.
I have never seen Beth this mad in the entire time I've known her. Like, she's legitimately offended.
Ron feels like an AM radio kind of guy.
Well, I'm sure he would be like looking on his body for antennae to like listen to the radio.
I like the idea that Ron's never listened to the radio, and someday somebody steps in the car and just turns it on. And everyone's like, what the hell? What the hell?
Actual,
Real Beth.
canon Ron fact is that he had a tummy ache during the first part of the Fortnite thing, but he was too manly to say anything, so it eventually went away, and that's great.
That's it.
Like all good problems, if you're a man, you just sort of bury it and it
Yeah.
just eventually disappears.
Exactly.
Hi, my name is Matthew Arnold. I played Daryl Wilson, a stay-at-home coach dad who's now a barbarian in the Forgotten Realms. And a little dad fact about Daryl, since I got that grill. So Daryl loves barbecue, and he still uses his dad's original PK grill, which is an old school charcoal grill from they started in 1952. So he has his dad's grill, which is from 1954, one of the originals. He knows propane's better, but gosh darn it, he knows how to use charcoal just like
These
his
look
dad
like
did.
little UFOs.
Yeah, they're great. They do what they need to do. They heat up, they get hot, and you cook the meat on it. And he loves pork ribs and brisket. He hates both Carol and Grant love chicken, which he thinks is just a big waste of time on the barbecue. Like, why the hell are you cooking bird on the
Did you
barbecue?
say he hates Carol?
Maybe a Freudian slip. No. He hates that Carol and Grant like barbecue chicken. The only thing that he likes to eat on the barbecue chicken is the skin, and he's been thinking about that a lot recently.
Yikes.
Hoisted on his own petard. I'm Anthony Birch. I'm your daddy master, and canonically, I'm your dad. I'm also your dad.
Some long, awkward conversations with everyone's moms to be had in the upcoming week.
Anthony's had sex with all of your moms.
Yeah, they loved it. Don't get me wrong. It was great. Everybody had a good time.
Everyone, 7 out of 10 at least.
I'm sorry I haven't been around as much. But I'm trying to make do. I'm trying to make better. I'm here now, aren't I?
Honestly, learning that, I'm going to cancel my therapist tomorrow.
I mean, you and I already have maybe the most complicated psychoanalytic relationship two human beings can have. With me
We're each other's dads.
cosplaying as you in a podcast.
Special thing going on this week. Beth has graduated from the dice tower, which you've heard in the background of all the previous episodes, to a dice tray.
Woo!
This one sent in actually by listener John Nicholson. This is a zebra wood laser engraved dice tray.
Made from the bones of a zebra.
That's right, made from dead zebras.
John, this is so cool. Like I didn't know that it was for me really, and I like called dibs on it immediately. I was like, I need this. It's so cool. If I don't score good dice rolls though, I will blame you. No, I'm just kidding.
Can you roll D20 on
Roll
it?
one.
Just give it
Let's
the
see what we
first
got.
roll.
First
What do you
Inaugural
get?
roll. What we got?
Natural 20. Just kidding. It's a 2.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
But John,
Thanks for
thank you.
fucking us, John.
Thank you so much. It's like literally, it's beautiful. It's so exquisite.
Will it be enough to tame Beth's wild dice rolls? Only time
Probably
will
not.
tell. By the way, just as a quick shout out, John has a company called Brave Burn Crafted Goods. It's on the internet. Brave Burn, one word. Do a Google search. We also link to it in our Twitter. So thanks very much, John.
Thank you, John.
Welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, not a BDSM podcast, occasionally a D&D podcast, and also BDSM podcast. This is a Dungeons and Dragons podcast about 4 dads flung into the... This is a D&D podcast.
It's been 2 weeks. It's an episode.
It's about 4 dads from our world flung into the Forgotten Realms on quest to rescue their lost sons. My name is Freddie Wong. I play Glenn Close, the rock and roll bard dad of the group, the bard who apparently has never used bardic inspiration. I hear the internet screaming at me. I hear all bard players being like, "You fool, that's what I do." You know what? Get off my nuts. I
Apparently
play
you didn't need
you
it.
want. Apparently didn't need it.
You're fucking fine.
I'm the best bard that ever was. This week's dad fact about Glenn. Glenn spent a lot of time on the road touring with his band. And I know there was a lot of people, side note, Freddie here, a lot of people are like, guys, you should do the Wendy's thing. You know what? Fuck that. Fuck Wendy's. That's some
There's a
pandering
lot of energy
bullshit.
coming out from
You know
Freddie
what?
right now.
You know what? Glenn's favorite fast food joint? Jack in the Box. Fuck you, Wendy's.
What's wrong with Wendy's?
Wendy's has
Jack in
great
the Box
spicy
is
chicken sandwiches.
better.
Now we
Wait,
can't get
wait, what?
sponsors from Wendy's.
I'm going to put my money on Jack.
And actually, Wendy's
the
is
best thing
much
at-
better than Jack in the
Wendy's
Box. Are you
guys,
kidding?
I'm thinking Arby's.
Arby's is
Arby's'
F-tier.
social media game is actually really on point. They might be down.
Yeah, except the problem is, last time I checked, fast food is for eating at 2 a.m. and hating yourself, not for hilarious dunks on social media. If I wanted that, I would follow some 14-year-old.
You would
Chrissy
follow
Teigen.
the Monterey Bay Aquarium.
Yeah,
Shout
exactly.
out to
Freddie-
them. They're hilarious on social media.
Freddie, if Wendy's cut you a check for 15 large, you would do their stupid
Yeah.
TRPG in a fucking heartbeat so fast there'd be a Freddy-shaped hole in the wall. So spare me.
Can you imagine somebody stumbling into this podcast for the first time being like, I'm out?
Nah, these guys sound like a bunch of entitled shits.
All right, Freddie, what's your dad fact after you've given us all your hot takes?
My dad fact is Glenn calls Wendy's Big Dubs, but nobody else in the world does. It's like, yo, guys, let's go to Big Dubs. Like, what are you talking about? Whataburger?
Whataburger's pretty good.
Hi, my name is Matt Arnold.
Oh, you're from Texas. I have a hot take for you about Whataburger.
Oh, boy, can't wait.
All right, my name is Matt Arnold. I played Daryl Wilson, a stay-at-home coach dad, who's now a barbarian in the Forgotten Realms. Just a little light dad fact for Daryl, since he might eat his son's skin this episode, just keeping it light. His favorite board game is Scrabble. That's it. He likes Sunday morning. He likes to do scrambled eggs, and he calls it the Scrabble. And yeah, he's not good at the game. He just likes to make funny words,
I
as
like
the rest
that.
of the
I like
family
that a
like.
lot.
Very charming.
Now,
Yeah.
does he know za?
No, he's not good at it. Grant and Carol are both good at it.
What's the biggest-
He's looking for poop. You know, he's looking for that P-O-O-P. He's looking for turd. He's just wanting to make goofy words, and then it just annoys Grant. He's like, but you could have done ×3 if you didn't S. It's like, yeah, but turd is funnier than turd.
And you can tell like 2 turns before you even do it because you're like,
yes. They see like the 4 words. They see the 4
You see
letters
4 in
off
the
to the
middle of your
side,
tiles.
and you're like, "That you have poop, don't you? Ready to go?
I
Primed
don't
and
know.
ready."
You'll find out.
You'll see.
Hey, everyone. It's me, Kai Rizdal, on Marketplace. I lost my Kai Rizdal voice. I was like, oh, I'm going to casually throw Kai Rizdal in. It's going to be a perfect Kai Rizdal. It's going to be a flawless Kai, and I just blew
Everybody
it.
is staring at
I
Will
rolled a
blank
nat
face
1
right
on
now.
that Kai Rizdal.
Who's Kai
impression.
Rizdal?
All right, forget it.
Well, we know what you were listening to on the way over here.
Kai Rizdal's the guy who does Marketplace on NPR. Let's do the numbers. There you got to look at. I'm Will Campos. I play Henry.
Well, it's a little smarmier.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, there's only so smarmy I can get. I'm not a smarmy person, so... Boy, this is a wild intro.
we're just trying very hard to distract ourselves from the fact
We're
that
going
you
to
might
eat-
literally eat a kid or all of you are going to die. Like,
This might be the last episode.
this could genuinely be an episode where very, very bad things happen that derail the entire podcast. So,
So-
let's enjoy playing in the space.
So, my name's Will Campos. I play Henry Oak, Birkenstock rockin', granola munchin', crunchy, hippie nature druid dad. And my Henry fact this week is that Henry's done a lot of magic, but did you know Henry knows one magic trick?
Okay.
It's a mentalism trick.
Okay.
He likes to bust it out at parties. I need one volunteer from the audience of 4 people in front of me to be my partner for this mentalism
I
trick.
would. Henry, I love magic. Henry,
All
I'd
right,
love
step
to,
on up. What's
All
your
right.
name, sir?
My name's Daryl Wilson. Oh, this is
Daryl,
great.
nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Henry Oak.
Handshake. Big handshake.
Oh,
Nice to
hey,
meet you.
that's a strong grip.
All
Is
right.
this the first
Daryl.
time they've met?
Yeah, this is canonically Daryl
No,
and
I'm
Henry
just really excited.
origins.
This is okay. This is good. I like. This is how Henry and Daryl met. He
Great.
was at
Oh.
a soccer game, and Henry did this magic trick.
Bet
And
you guys didn't expect a flashback in the intro.
Daryl, hey, I got a magic trick for you.
All right.
So this is what I've been working on.
Hey, Grant, stay center. Stay center, Grant.
Oh my God.
Is that your kid up there?
Stop yelling at me. I know.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Just great kick. All right.
I can tell you where you got your shoes.
Well, I doubt. Okay, Mr. Magic Man. Let's see.
You got them on your feet.
You son of a bitch.
Cut
Son
to
of a
black. Cut to black. Flash forward. Years later.
Flash forward and they're kissing.
No. Cut to the van ride home between Daryl and his kid.
Hey, Grant. Want to see a magic trick?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you didn't know your dad could do magic, could you? Huh?
No.
Check this out.
I didn't.
The shoes. You got shoes on?
Yeah, I'm wearing my soccer
I
cleats.
bet I know where you got them.
Yeah, because you bought them for me.
But I know where you got them from.
Yeah, the shoe store where you bought. We went together. I had to get sized for them. What are you doing?
Hey, you want to text mom and see if she needs milk or something?
Oh my god.
On that note, hi, my name is Beth May, and I play Ron Stampler, emotionally stunted stepfather and rogue. Guys, I'm excited about my dad fact this week. Okay. Ron Stampler, out of respect, refers to celebrities by their full names, like their given names. So there's a couple examples. Brad Pitt is Bradley Pitt. You know, it's Kimberly Kardashian, George Raymond Richard Martin, George R. Martin there. Chancellor Jonathan Bennett, the rapper. 0.5 US dollar, the rapper.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Winona Ryder, I hardly know her. And then The Rock, he just calls The Rock.
Wait,
That's
so
good.
is this does Ron meet celebrities, or this is just amongst friends?
This is just amongst friends. Actually, anybody he meets, he very respectful about
Yeah.
the given names of people. And
But not us.
no.
So we now know Ron doesn't respect any of us.
Notice if you go back and listen to the episodes, I don't know why you would, but Ron is the only person who does not give Cern a nickname. I did not speak because I couldn't think fast enough, and so yeah,
Interesting.
Well, hopefully he respects you enough to not
I
kill you.
somehow doubt it. Okay, Anthony,
I'm
Daddy.
Anthony Birch. I'm your daddy master, and there's no need to worry. Our lawyers are on it, and if everything goes according to plan, Pixar will be a fucking wet red smudge on the pages of history when our lawyers are fucking done with them. Because in the trailer for Onward, the next fucking Pixar movie, it's literally a story about fucking Tom Holland and Chris Pratt in this fantasy universe going to revive their dad because they do a revivification spell on him that starts from his feet and moves upward, and it gets interrupted midway through. And so the entire movie is them going around with their dad, who is just a sentient pair of pants. It's just his legs. It's
My God.
it is literally Ron Stampler
Oh,
level
man.
of shit, with a bunch of sight gags of it's fucking.
That's
it's
the
bonkers.
actual concept of the movie.
That is genuinely the concept of
I
this
was
fucking movie.
because I was 50-50, and
Yeah.
then I was like, all right, you got my
Yeah.
money, Pixar. Just
Yeah.
go ahead.
It's it was literally the hook that was now I want to watch this
Now I
movie.
want to watch it. It's too bad we're gonna have to. Well, we'll just own Pixar. We won't stop
Yeah,
them
no,
from
no,
making
yeah. We'll get to
movies.
watch it for free
Yeah.
in John
in fact,
Lasseter's office.
because of us, don't worry, you're not gonna get Cars 4.
No, yeah.
It's
I'm
gonna be
excited
better
to
underneath
go.
our
I'm excited to
leadership.
go to the YouTube comments and be like, well, I happen to play a sentient pair of pants on a podcast. Take that, Pixar.
So we're better than Wendy's. We're
Better
better
than
than
Wendy's.
Pixar.
Better than
Who
Pixar.
else? Who else we want to take a shot
Yeah,
at?
yeah.
I think it's time we stop making these people wait, and I think it's time we get into this episode. Welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, not a BDSM podcast. Actually, it is occasionally a BDSM podcast, and we also play some D&D. This is a podcast about four dads from our world flung into the Forgotten Realms in a quest to rescue their lost sons.
Can I interject for a second?
Yeah, okay.
I just feel like
You
it's,
do every time, but sure, why not?
it's been a while since there was any BDSM.
We
so
need some sexy in this podcast.
I do. No, I wasn't saying that necessarily, but it does seem like false advertising to say it's mostly a BDSM
You're right, you're
podcast.
right. It's not a BDSM podcast at this point.
It is gonna be today.
But it will, maybe.
Just trust
You
me.
never know.
That's Babe Ruth calling a shot.
You never know. You never know. My name is Freddie Wong. I play Glenn Close, the bard / dad rock enthusiast and guitarist. My dad fact this week for Glenn is this. We got Halloween coming up. By the time this episode is out, we'll be a couple days out from the spookiest night of the year. Glenn Close has a... because of families, right? Glenn Close, because of his allegiance to Christmas music, canonically hates
Halloween. He hates two things. The two things he hates.
Halloween's the most rock and roll holiday there is.
He disagrees, actually. Christmas Hanukkah is the most killer 1-2
Oh my
combo
gosh.
known to
Nothing rocks harder than Hanukkah.
Yes, all of that classic Ozzy Osbourne music that gets played over Hanukkah and Christmas as opposed to Halloween.
Well, if Glenn has something to say about it. The other thing he hates more than Halloween, mall Santas. Hates mall Santas because they always harsh his vibe.
How do they harsh his
Because
vibe?
they're too cool.
Because they're there.
Yeah, Beth's right. It's just too much alpha energy coming
Yeah.
off of the mall Santas.
Is that a reference to Huey Martinez's fan art? Where
Yes.
Nice.
So Huey, who's been drawing up a storm on the Twitter, did a little non-canon comic that I really enjoyed, which is basically a mall Santa losing his mind and Glenn having to calm him down.
But now it's canon.
Now it's canon.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's
All right.
canon, baby.
My name's Matt Arnold. I play Daryl Wilson, a stay-at-home coach dad, and my dad fact comes from my own brain and not one of our fans.
Oh my god. Matt, that was
Wow.
devastating.
Savage.
On a personal level for me to hear.
Freddie, just rip up your character sheet. It's over.
I'm just throwing my computer away.
Sorry.
Oh my god, I am so sad right
He
now.
didn't get to eat Grant's face, so he's going to eat Freddy's.
I had to do it.
Should I just
I'm
make a
sorry.
new character?
I'm sorry, Freddie.
Yeah, I don't care about like
get to
Freddy's
voice
hurt feelings.
Paedon now.
I care
I'll
about
give
our
you Paedon.
fans.
I guess I'll be a druid. No, we already have a druid.
Okay. Well, I apologize. And to continue, I guess me being an asshole is so my dad fact, Daryl Wilson. Well, this is actually really a Grant fact about how he learned there's no Santa, because Daryl Wilson was so excited to scare his son on Halloween that he got his Santa outfit and he made him all bloody. And then he woke up Grant when he was 6 years old, being like, "It's Christmas time!" And he ran out, and there's a bloody Santa. And I screamed and caught him, and it went terribly wrong. So I had to explain, like, it was your dad. This is my Santa outfit. There's no Santa. And two, I ruined your Halloween morning. I'm sorry.
Oh my.
So that, anyways.
That's dark.
I
So
mean,
maybe what happened last episode wasn't that much of a change for him. He's like, this is somehow familiar.
He genuinely thought it'd be funny because like his dad scared him. He's like, unlike Glenn, he really likes Halloween, likes getting scary. He's like, oh, this is gonna be really funny. It's gonna be scary. But yeah.
I do want to call out that Matt basically stole his dad fact from a Frasier episode where
Really?
Frasier dresses up as a spooky clown to scare his dad.
Oh, and he gives his dad a heart attack.
Yeah.
Oh my
man.
gosh, yes.
Oh shit! Well,
There's a little
Freddie
bit of
takes it
Santa
from-
Claus in there too.
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Well, I steal from the best.
What's up, everyone? Greetings. Happy Halloween. I'm Will Campos. I play Henry Oak, the spookiest dad of them all, who's a granola munching, bone crunching, grave digging nature druid dad.
Birkin shocks on his feet.
Oh, very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. My Halloween themed dad fact this week is that Henry goes all out on the haunted house with Mercedes O'Garcia every year. They have
that's
like
cool.
They have some like
Yes.
legit creepy stuff that they put up and like witches in the windows and like they really go all out on it. It's very crafty. It's very witchy and fun. But none of the kids come up to the house, and he thinks it's because they did such a good job scaring them.
Oh my god.
But
This is
in
so
reality, it's because they have the fucking wackest snacks
Yep.
Yeah.
on
Oh,
the block.
man.
It's all
They
like
got healthy snacks.
it's like cucumbers with little witch hats on them,
Ugh.
and like cauliflower ghosts. It's no good. It's
Oh, like
no
not even
good.
packaged. Like nobody would trust it.
Cauliflower Ghost. That's the name of my band.
Can I throw another Halloween dad fact there? Because you
Yes.
actually reminded me of one that I thought of earlier this week and I forgot about until this very moment.
Fire away.
It's about Halloween candy. You know that story about THC laced Halloween candy showing
oh
up?
no.
Guess who might have been the source of that accidentally
Jeez.
one year in San Dimas, and why the local news always seems to cover that story? Because Glenn mixed up his chocolate with the band's chocolate, and it ended up being not a good thing.
That's great.
Hi, my name is Beth May, and I play Ron Stampler, a spooky person. Actually, the spookiest thing one can be in this world, a stepfather.
Ron is objectively the spookiest dad. I
Yeah,
don't know what
without
I tried to.
question.
I definitely agree. And my dad fact this week is that although, as we've seen, Ron is actually not easily sort of rattled by like scary. I mean, there's been scary things in this podcast. There have been things that I've been scared of in this podcast, but as a committed role player, I had to play as if Ron was not scared. But in the context of Halloween, Ron is scared of everything. So it's like if you say like boo and it's related to Halloween, Ron is immediately like really scared. Or if it's like a scary movie, if it's like in the context of anything fictional, he's like very, very frightened. But if something real and dangerous is happening right in front of him, he's like, that's fine.
Wow.
He's got a very
Interesting.
overactive imagination.
I guess, yeah.
Our friend Chris was like that. He cannot watch any scary movies. I remember him telling me one time that he tried to watch the beginning of like Candyman 3. And he was like, the scene at the beginning of this Candyman movie, it's like a professor like talking about the Candyman myth and what happened in the last two movies. And he just started describing in like a well-lit classroom how scary Candyman was. And he was like, well, I had to turn the movie off and I couldn't
Oh my
sleep for 2
gosh.
days.
I'm kind of the same way, but I love it. I'm such a glutton for Halloween scary punishment. Nothing pleases me more than scary things.
Boo. Don't be scared. It's me, your dad.
Please don't be scared.
Please don't be. Hey, come back. Come back. I'm your daddy master. I'm Anthony Birch. The first thing that I ever went as for Halloween was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and I had a
Which one?
green. What?
Which
Oh,
one?
Michelangelo, obviously.
The pizza chuck.
The pizza
A man
boy.
after my own heart.
And yeah, I had a lot of green face paint on myself. And I think if there are any pictures that remain, it probably looks very problematic because of like the way the lighting turns out. But like,
It'd be pretty easy to Photoshop that.
Anthony's getting out ahead of this one early.
It was a Ninja Turtle.
To a colorblind person, Anthony, you are like super problematic, right? Like
yeah, I am
a
colorblind. So when I look at the picture, I go like, that's just blackface. That's no good. That's no good.
Oh, that's a good excuse for you. It's like, I thought it was green. I thought it was green.
Yeah, I'm literally just colorblind. I'm sorry, everybody.
That's the old judo move.
Actually, you're the racist one.